Hi, everybody. It's Nate, and I am joined by Ian and Tom tonight, right out of the gate. Sorry if we're a little late. I had a save sync problem, so we had some technical issues. I just didn't bother to, you know, start the stream until then. Anyway, uh, yeah. Um, so, uh, yeah. So I was so adamant because I actually went through and got the rest of the shadow tree, scadu tree blessings. Not these ones, but those ones. So anyway, uh, now I realized I wasn't fully powered up when I fought Radon. Uh, right? Yeah, that was totally the make or break for me. But anyway, yeah, you know it. All right. So let's see. I have okay. I had 300,000 when I started my sync save, my desynced save. And I was like, that's not right. I had way less than that. Um, but anyway, so let's get this going. I do, except that in order to level up once, I think I need just shy or just over 700K. Yeah. So I'm pretty well topped off for at least this area because it takes a while for me to level up now. Let's see. Okay, I'm here. I probably want to do some fixing. I did revert back to the Palm Blast tank shot, which was fun. But I probably should. Oh, okay. Hang on. Desktop audio. Okay, we're saying that they can't hear you guys. That's fun. Why is that, I wonder? I am talking to other people. I'm not just talking to myself, I promise. Ah, I see why. Why does this reset every once in a while? Okay. Well, at least I wasn't like having a completely one-sided conversation. I was at least offering up explanations. All right. Say hello, guys. They should be able to hear you now.
Don't
Hello.
tell
Should
me
be able
what
to
to
be heard
do.
now.
We talked about this.
You cannot do instructions, can you?
No, stop being so bossy. Figure your shit
Yeah.
out. Be
Yeah.
nice. Where's your manners?
Right. All right. So,
Incidentally, I was thinking about this today. You asked the question, why does this change on its own every now and then?
mhm.
That's the reason I hate Windows. I decided. All these years, I've
Yeah.
always hated Windows. That's the reason. It's because every time I come back to it, it's never the way that I left it. That's why I
Yeah.
hate Windows.
Windows, I mean,
Makes small
Discord takes
changes.
after Windows also, and that
Yeah.
Discord, the biggest problem that happens in Discord, it happens with us during our channel meetings. It happens actually on Microsoft Teams too. But the problem with Discord is Discord likes to do this thing where in the voice and video settings, you can put in your input device and your output device, and there's a default option. And the default option is literally like default parentheses, whatever it thinks your default audio device is. And that's
Yeah.
just not fucking true, which
Right.
is fucking stupid. I think as some scientists would call it, because
And it
why
updates on
would you
its
make
own.
that the default? The default option is just whatever it thinks was plugged in last, or in some cases, just whatever, like, I guess, I don't know if you can set a priority in Windows, but it just picks something random every time. So if you have like a dedicated mic that you leave plugged in, but you plug in a headset that has a mic and like
It'll change
headphones, like
it.
an audio input output, it'll just switch the whole thing to it.
Yes, it will. Yes.
And in my
that's, I
case, I
think,
don't know if it just like learns, but like it sometimes it learns like, oh, don't ever change the input, and then sometimes it'll switch to just the output, and I have no idea why. There's no rhyme or
and
reason.
that's
It seems
exactly
like,
that's a microcosm of Windows as a whole.
yeah,
Like everything that Windows does, I rare is the time that I put my computer down or step away from my desktop for even an evening and come back to it and something hasn't changed for no reason at all without me saying so.
yeah,
Like it's just like I can't come back without there being like a runtime error or an update that they're imposing upon me
Jeez.
that I'm not allowed to stop, or fucking the app that I use for the RGB on my computer is now changed and now all the RGB is different,
yeah.
or the like it's just fucking everything. It's all the time. Audio is an issue. Like it changes the like screen resolution changes, the
Yeah.
default screen resolution for my games change. Like it's insane. Like and look, I know Mac OS has its own problems. I'm not saying Mac OS is perfect by any means. But like, dude, my Mac, I come back to it the next day, it's exactly the way that I fucking left it. Like it just it's dumb enough to not be like trying to make decisions on its own. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just give me that. That's what I want. Stop making changes when I'm not around, please. So it also makes it harder to be like, because I like to remote play, like video games and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
and every time like it reboots on its own, and then like Windows will just like ghost you in ways that like it, even though it has various apps that are meant to be in the startup, they just decide not to start up because they for some reason they updated and now they've gone back to defaults and now they don't start up with Windows anymore. It's just like, so now like half the time I try to remote play in from my Steam Deck, I have to get up and walk over to my like office and restart the shit on my computer locally before I can do remote play, which defeats the purpose of remote play. It's like, fuck me, man. Windows sucks.
Yeah. As long as you never install anything that would ever require like priority or like active use, then you're good. Just don't ever touch anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like that's what I want. Like the last thing I want to do is spend all of my waking hours maintaining my fucking computer. Like I just set a setting and then not have to like monitor it for the next for however many years.
I don't use it regularly, but I feel like Linux has a good version of that, which is like it has the like I mean different distributions means like Arch Linux you can really customize stuff if you really feel like taking the challenge, which is fine. But there's like different flavors. Like Raspberry Pi is a Unix kernel. I think it's like a Debian. I forget what it is, but it's like yeah, you can also get the opposite end of that, which is just hey, I just want to fucking check my emails and then leave me the hell alone. You can get the entire spectrum, whereas Windows is just like even newer Windows is trying to be like more user friendly, and even then, like they've ruined like the control panel with their new settings shit. But even their new settings shit still tries to automatically do stuff for you. That's like no, why would I want this? Like even if it's a new feature, it's like you can introduce it in a way that's not like overwriting some shit that I've been doing for like 5 years straight. Like just leave that shit alone, or when you give me the option, let me softly decline it instead of being like, are you sure you don't want this? Well, we went ahead and put in OneDrive for you anyway, even though you used Google Drive anyway.
Fuck me. Yes. And it'll like it'll log you out of shit for no reason, and then you have to log back in just randomly. Yeah, it's madness, and there's no justification or reason for it. They never explain it, and then it may never happen again. It forgets my controller all the time. Like, have you guys ever had the experience where it just loses Bluetooth? You can't access Bluetooth anymore. It just forgets that it has a Bluetooth driver.
I haven't, but the few times I've tried to use Bluetooth outside of like, I guess a USB receiver.
Yeah, I've never had luck with it, but that might just be me.
But I mean, Bluetooth I don't trust on a Mac, or not a Mac, a Microsoft PC
let's
almost
get this
ever.
a shot.
Yeah, and then it will just randomly come back like 3 weeks later. I'll suddenly have Bluetooth again after a week of trying to get Bluetooth working again on my fucking PC. It just works again about 3 weeks later for no reason. It's like, fuck, just stop. Just go to sleep when I tell you to go to sleep, and then don't do anything in the meantime. That's what I would love.
Is this the first run of the night?
Yeah, first run of the night, and in full confession, I have not fought him once.
I mean, that's the idea, right? Because chat would roast you.
Oh man, we haven't been doing this whole time. I don't know if this would actually be a cool idea, but we could do an attempts counter, or like a deaths counter or something, just for that.
Oh man, that would be a really high number.
It's a super simple thing that they've been doing since before we started streaming, but I've just not thought about putting it up. I'm sure I could make it so I could have it be like a browser thing, so you could plug it in and I could update it for you.
I mean, that's one for today.
Yeah.
Right.
0 for 1.
0 for 1. That's
okay. You gotta get a warm up.
I've played a little bit because I was getting the shadow tree fragments.
Hey, you're looking like your old self here.
Yeah, I took the cape off just to see. It's all right. It's fine.
You have some pretty earrings on though. You're looking very.
It's the headband. It's
looking very dashing with the headband. I like it. It's
a woven leather headband from the Highlands.
Lovely.
So I'm going for a bleed build and a momentum. Oh man, Bite Size B, if we turn it into a drinking game, I cannot be held responsible for what medically happens to you.
Yeah, that's going to have to be...
that would be highly inadvisable.
Don't get me wrong, I'm down to party, but
It's going to have to be your call, and
I'm sorry ahead of time.
we take no responsibility for your decisions, just for the record. So
Yeah.
for any legal purposes, we do not endorse or condone drinking, irresponsible drinking. So just not on us.
Oh fuck!
A lot of
went the
hezzy,
wrong way.
a lot of hezzy in those.
Yeah, I didn't even touch him that time. Okay,
So,
sorry. I'm
here's
I'm still working the kinks out.
I guess this would be a lore question. Do you think
Sure.
Radahn wears that armor all the time?
We kind of talked about this in a
yes.
similar question, I think, the stream before last, because there are like these crazy monsters sometimes that like got spikes coming out of their heads and stuff, and I often wonder like, what do they do when they're not fighting? Like,
Oh yeah, we talked about during the flower fight.
yeah, isn't it hard for them to sleep? Like, do they like make a sandwich looking like that? Like, is he wearing this armor when he's like, you know, taking a shower? Like, what is?
I'm curious if it's like a.
Come on.
Yeah, for the humanoids, it's more of the armor. It's like is it like a sleeping in jeans type thing, and they all just like deal with it because that's like how gritty or salty Splatoon style they are, or like what's? I don't know. It just seems odd to me
that they never like clock out. They're always just because they're obviously sitting here waiting for your ass the whole time.
And we know that they're like, I mean, at least some of the omens, like what is it?
Battle armor stays on during sex.
Margit was the one who like got in a fight with someone and ran away. Like they want comfort.
Because like the question is like, as you walk in here, he's obviously sitting there waiting for you. What's he doing before you walk in?
God damn.
Is it
okay,
like
I've totally forgot his entire timing. Okay.
Is this like a quantum question? Like, does he even exist when you're not in there?
Yeah.
Oh, is he Schrodinger's final boss?
Yeah.
I would love like a comedy Souls that addresses that. Like you just sneak up on a guy and he's just not prepared. Like, oh shit. Steve, can you get the curtain? 1 sec.
You know, you can actually answer that question for Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
They do the
jumping through
camp,
walls.
They hang
glitch.
Out. They do pranks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the no clip glitch, it allows you to like walk to other nodes in the whole world, and those bosses are just there all the time.
Yeah.
They're like always loaded.
I guess that would make sense
Very
because
cool.
like that's why they do like the T-posing thing.
Okay.
I think is like
What
the
is-
models loaded, but the
What is
animation's
going
not.
on
So
with me?
Yeah.
generally it's half as
Man.
expensive.
It's gonna be a long night.
It's an inauspicious start, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
It's
think
rough.
my bullshit beginner's luck thing would have happened again, but not really.
There are certain bosses that are just like fucking equalizers. Like Melania is one of those. Like, there's no beginner's luck.
I feel better from last week because I've done a lot of lore diving now that I'm like, well, I'm at the fucking end. What else am I gonna find
Yeah,
out?
why not? Everything's been revealed at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. So I did some lore diving, but also got a sense of like how hard this dude is.
Yeah, real
And
hard.
apparently he's like, might be like one of the hardest ever.
Yes. So I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the tone of my voice, but I said that like 8 or 9 times in the last.
Yeah,
days.
I don't believe you because you.
Yeah, I see. Got it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Right, I just gotta start. I
Well,
gotta
that
start
was
dodging
actually
again. Yeah, it was actually progress because I actually hit him more than 4 times. But
Yeah,
I remember by the end of last week, I was tuning up this phase within under a minute.
Yes. Correct.
I just gotta
you
get
were
back
getting
on
to
that.
second phase.
Yeah,
routine.
I have not practiced on him at all.
You'll get there. It'll come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, like make no mistake, this dude is a fucking monster. He is a problem.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, not to be trifled with. He is dangerous.
He's a big boy. He's got some arm span. He could dunk.
He could dunk. Yeah, he could probably dunk.
I think
I'm
there's a
guessing he
funny
could.
image of that actually, of him dunking while still riding Leonard, because he can reach that high even when he's on Leonard.
Love Leonard. Do they have any renderings of Leonard just on his own? Yeah.
I don't know. I
He's
hope
not-
so.
Is he a separate model?
Look that
Yeah,
up.
what's he really look like? Do you remember who was that, like that cartoon version of Don Quixote?
El Kabong?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is it? I think it's him.
Yeah, it was Quick Draw McGraw's alter ego, El
man,
Kabong,
Oh, it's a horse. I thought it was a donkey.
with his
Why did I think it was a
sidekick
donkey?
Baba Louie. Yeah, well, he was a
I don't-
horse
I
or
don't-
donkey.
I don't think
That
that's
is
what
a
I'm thinking of.
emaciated horse. This
Yes.
poor creature is fucked.
Yes.
Are you
He's
talking about
been
the, wait,
through
are
it.
you talking about the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about Leonard. I'm
Oh
talking
yeah,
about Leonard
no,
himself.
I'm addressing Ian.
Oh.
Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
who you're
talking about
about?
the Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Yes.
Okay, okay. I want to make sure that I was not just like completely missing the answer to
Yes.
that question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a take on Don Quixote, and I always think of Leonard. I think of the horse from that Hanna-Barbera cartoon of Don
Yeah.
Quixote.
Oh, come on. All right.
Man, just ate all
My
that.
timing is super off.
All right, helpful.
I posted a picture in this chat that is Great Horse Leonard, which is just Leonard but wearing Radon's armor with a saddle and one of his swords. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I get the thumbs up.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Music's good.
Okay. Oh, come on. I was barely in his range.
Nate's from
Oh, my God.
Come on.
I'm also not buffing at all, so that might also help me at least.
Yeah, I
keep
think.
up
I
with
mean,
my
if this is the
relearning
last
curve.
fight, I think
Yeah.
now is your time to use. Have you been using the great runes at all? I actually do think.
I
some of the
actually
great runes are
have
kinda
not
useful.
ever used a great rune this entire time.
Wow.
Dude, you
It
should probably
occurred to
give that
me
a shot.
while I was running around. I was like, because I've been running around the map as well. Where is it? Yeah, I was unlocking like most of the what do you
How
call
many
it?
rune arcs do you have? You have to have a shitload.
I
of them,
have
man.
all of them.
Yeah.
I unlocked the Erdtree. I got down to Melania. I haven't fought her just in case in preparation. I also unlocked like all of this throughout the week, like this past week, and then did a few other things like through here. I fought Rykard as well. Did a few other things.
What do you mean you haven't fought Melania?
Like this is New Game Plus. I'm on New Game Plus.
Oh, I see.
I did
got it.
Erdtree for the first time on my New Game Plus 1.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want to wait to do New Game.
For our
It's like-
lives to be over?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
when I beat this, we still had a ways to go until Erdtree was out,
Yeah.
and so I was like, I don't really want to fucking wait.
Ooh.
So I just decided.
Oh,
to
I
do
see.
some-
You wanted to go to New Game Plus. I know why you went to New Game Plus. You wanted the wolf armor.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to do a few other things now that I
see.
had some hindsight, and I was like, all right, I can do things a little differently, or
I
make sure I get these
see.
things. So
All right, so you're actually playing on hard mode then.
it seems like it. I don't know.
That explains a lot because New Game
Yes, it
Plus
does.
means this is
Yeah,
Definitely
plus
harder.
1 Radon.
yeah.
Although I mean, strictly speaking, you are leveled up too, so it's like it's
Yeah,
not,
I'm pretty low. I'm pretty leveled up.
not a crazy difference. So
sorry. Yeah, overall, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm just
To be
I'm
fair,
realizing a few things.
I did Erdtree on New Game Plus 1 as well. Basically for the same reason you did, because by the time it came out, I already moved on to New Game Plus, and there was no fucking way I was gonna re-roll a
Like a
new
new person, a brand new
yeah,
person. Yeah, no
yeah.
fucking.
yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. So
All right.
that makes us the hardcore, baby. There we go.
Nice.
Much better. Dodges
Good
back on
dodges.
point. Yes, sir. I still can't get over this. Every time I see you fighting with no weapon in your hand, it makes me feel like you forgot to equip it.
You're right.
It does
How many
not
times
look
I've
like-
done that with my left hand in this game?
That's what it looks like, right? It looks like, oh shit, I accidentally unequipped my weapon.
Oop.
Oh wow,
man.
a lot of hezzy.
Got you with the
Sorry,
very edge
I'm
of that
allowed to
hit
make
die.
more mistakes now.
Ooh, we got Bloodhound step
The
back.
game said so. The game said I can make more
Game
mistakes.
breaker. There we go. Okay, you
Beautiful Bloodhound step there. Also, that was
Yes, very
near
good.
perfect timing.
Oh god, a great equalizer, Bloodhound. I can't believe I'm watching Nate go back and forth between Bloodhound and the normal dodge. That's the most crazy thing to me. That breaks my
That's what we were talking about last stream, right?
Yeah.
Was the
I
the
can't do
balance?
that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not capable of doing that. I've tried.
Yeah. When you do it enough, it does make you realize, like, not just like the iframes by feel, but it does make you realize like how long each animation is, and you can get like really, if you've been doing it for a while, like in a session, you can get really good about knowing like I've got like a half second here.
Yeah, no, Nate's clearly better at that than me because man, I would get mixed up. I'd have to really practice.
I'm on a medium load.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just get rid of that.
All right.
And I'm not really using these guys. I like them, but their moveset is not as good.
Just like the weapon is called footwork,
Yeah, the footwork.
which is also
Well, it's
like a
'cause it's,
style of dance.
Well, it's like it's the hand wrap, and then this is the hand wrap and foot and boot.
I like
This
how
one is more kicks. This
somehow
one
like
is like 50-50
these
all the way.
items allow you to know kung fu, and as soon as you take them off, you no longer know it.
You can't do them anymore. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is like one of the best superpowers of being a video game character ever.
It's
Is that
very like
you pick up a
Matrix.
Shit
weapon,
on
you just know
suddenly
how to use it.
activating.
You just
Yeah.
you get into a vehicle, know how to do it, like how
Well,
to
we
run
talked
it.
about this before. Like, what are some of the video game tropes or video game
Like meta
ideas?
powers, like
Yeah,
looking around corners, having a third person view is god tier.
yeah, because
Pause
you know what
menu,
mine.
save state,
Yeah, my answer was save game. That's my answer.
yeah, is god tier.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would love to have that.
I guess
power right
auto
now.
save kind
Or, like,
of undoes that.
It'd be cool to have some of the options powers, like turn everything up to high resolution in your life. Like that'd be kind of sick.
Yeah.
You know, HDR in your life.
There's a bit in Scott Pilgrim with a save point where they're like, yeah, you fought like 5 evil X's, you haven't saved yet. What the fuck are you doing, dude? You gotta go save.
Save, dog, save scum. Can you imagine being able to save scum in real life? That'd be like.
Oh, that would. I mean, I guess that's kind of like a time travel thing, right? That's
exactly, yeah. Because like, is it wrong that the first thing that comes to mind that I would do is like I would take a vacation, and then at the end of the vacation I would just run it back and do the vacation again.
so. I guess that comes to the question though. Like, does the enjoyment like also get reset?
Right, do I
you
forget?
just feel, yeah.
Yeah. Is it like
I mean,
Severance?
I guess you'd have to
time
know
save?
enough to know that you can save scum, because like if you like
You have to make
undid your
sure.
memories,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that begs the question. That's sort of the meta question. Do these video game characters know that they are
Only
Right,
if
like
it's
they've done it.
reloading?
I guess
Only
like
for Deadpool?
there's kind of like the Undertale effect of like, yeah, some of them know because like there's like a mechanic in the game, like a meta thing that they influence the actual, kind of like well,
Like
speaking
Dark
of
Souls,
Snake
where there's a
Eater,
reason
the
why you
end-
respawn.
Yeah.
Go Crusher. Oh, all the
Alright.
blood. All right, second phase,
all the
first
blood.
time tonight.
I do have a bleed build, technically.
Dude,
It
if you
just gains momentum.
proc and bleed, if you really lean into the bleed on this, you will beat him tonight. I guarantee it.
Oh man, I didn't realize the background gets less white.
You're gonna like the way you look, Nate. I
Oh,
guarantee.
jeez.
Oh,
At
jeez.
least I got
Wow,
okay.
Instant
I'm-
death.
Yeah. Interesting.
Man, that sky looks like the seventh circle of hell, man. Something bad happened around here.
Yeah, not good.
There's never just a blue sky. I think the only blue
I
sky in
wonder.
the history of Dark Souls was Archdragon Peak. Is that the only blue sky there's ever been?
Yeah. It's the only one I can think of.
I think so. I think Limgrave kind of, but not really. It's more like stormy, I guess.
Yeah, it
Maybe
feels
this
very
might help.
gray in the grave.
Because all the blue sky is on the internet. Hey, chat, did you think that that joke that I just said was funny? Do you want me to say it again in case anyone missed it? I can do that if you want.
Yeah, make sure you clip it out and rerun it. We should make a short out of it on YouTube.
It's my favorite bit to do to people whenever I say a clearly bad joke. Insist that they didn't hear it. Man, that
All right, you
Psycho
got that
Crusher
done.
opening is nuts.
Yeah, it's a cool move. It's very cool.
I think it helps when a boss has a really cool move that is not easy to dodge, but dodgeable. Because then you kind of feel like, okay, I'm dodging some of the cool stuff. Like I do think that there's like a
It makes you
10%.
careful.
Yeah, there's like a 10% performance increase where it's like if the stuff you're able to dodge, you know,
Well,
a
that's
little
like-
bit more than barely is like cool, then it kind of helps you feel like, all right, I'm doing this.
That's like all of Sekiro. Like it's hard enough to the point where when you pull it off, you feel like you've accomplished something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every deflect feels like an achievement because it's just hard enough to have to pull it off each time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very well tuned that way. Oh, it's got
All
some.
right, we're getting there. We're
Dude,
getting
this
there.
music here sometimes sounds like the theme from Lost Boys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of does.
All right, run this.
And
Yep,
there it is.
That's all right.
All right, that was a command grab. Oof. Can't believe they got those fucking follow-ups on every move. That's so
Oh,
dirty.
come on! I was bloodhound.
Yeah, he's
stepping.
moving constantly.
God damn it!
I mean, look,
All right, that was better.
yeah,
it was better.
that was definitely way better. I think just at the end there, you're probably just a little bit mashy just because you don't know you haven't downloaded all the rhythms
Yeah,
yet.
this phase, this will be the real research tonight. Is getting through
Yeah.
that.
For sure.
because it's like 1 extra on everything. It's
But
like
you
swing,
certainly
AoE
survived
follow.
longer this time than last time, so
Yeah,
progress is progress.
indeed.
If you're running the bleed build, are you doing anything to like increase the bleed, like proc or damage or anything? I'm curious if like maybe you could fast track your way to phase 2 more.
Yeah, could you do maybe fewer hits to get to the bleed proc? Yeah.
I
Can you buff your arcane?
haven't really thought about it. I guess I could try and look into that.
So it makes a big difference as far as like what I was saying before. Like if you really wanted to lean into the bleed build, you would win this today. I'm pretty confident that you would. You'd be surprised at how quickly you can proc bleed, especially if you decided you wanted to do a power stance build with any kind of bleed proc weapon, because the amount of just the volume of hits you can lay on the target will proc bleed a lot, and there's big chunks that you get from bleed. Especially with the Moog talisman that you get from Moog. It ups the damage from that.
Oh my god. Okay, here we go.
You're in New Game Plus. I wonder, do you have 2 Rivers of Blood swords?
Maybe? I can't remember if I got 2 of those yet.
Pretty sure you got it in the first one. I don't know if you got it in your second playthrough. Yeah, right there. That sounds like fucking Lost Boys. It's great. Thou shalt not kill. All right, here we go.
Here we are.
I still can't believe that he procs second phase so early in his life bar.
I know, right?
Damn.
It's alright, I kind of knew that was happening. That's why I drank what I did.
Yeah, that was good use of that.
Yeah, it didn't hurt you too bad. Bloodhound, baby.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Forgot about Dre. That actually could have been way worse. That was pretty okay. If that's all that happens each time he uses that, you'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Okay, I gotta find the safe zones because the AOE's are.
That's
I
a
have not
long
mapped out
combo.
the AOE's.
For you to get hit toward the end of it means I think you're making progress on like the after image stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, you can afford to take some of the damage on those long strings of attacks as long as you don't take all of it. You can take some of it because you're not running out of heals right now.
Yeah, I'm really not.
You can heal through all that shit.
All right, let me see here. I'm gonna probably do that.
Interesting. For more Bloodhound?
Yeah, for more Bloodhound because I'm worried about as I go on.
You're gonna run out.
Will I run out? Because last time I was running this guy, and
you could also think about reallocating flasks. Again, we just talked about how you're not necessarily running through all your heals.
I have 2 blue right now, but I haven't even ran out yet.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't run out yet, do you care to use that talisman then? If you've still got 2 blue flasks?
Maybe I don't know. Is the other thing I'm gonna run into is that if I have to stop and drink flasks, when am I gonna do that? Because I don't have his stuff mapped out.
That's
for safe
true.
Pauses.
That's true. Yeah.
So, like,
I would say
for
leave it
now,
on
I'll
the consideration
window.
block for later. Yeah.
Well, then if that's the case, then I might think about just getting rid of the 2 blue flasks and going with the talisman.
Yeah. Because that'll well. Yeah.
Is there a negation? I don't have negation ones, right? Briefly stop rune loss.
I think you should.
Restoring HP. You
should try and do the charge attack one, and then do your palm blast
types. But yeah,
might be able to cheese him that way.
Has that is appealing to me, but I don't want to cheese him.
No, and I wouldn't want to rely on
second time around. I would totally do that.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily cheese. It's not. I mean, it's a synergy, but it's a risky one.
Yeah, basically, anytime he would do something, I could like go into my full charge, and you have like at least a 25% damage negation, and basically infinite poise beyond like the biggest utmost attacks. So like unless he hits me with like the nuke option, I don't know if he's knocking me out of that.
I mean, the defensive abilities with even with the physic mixed with some of the consumables that you have, you can get really fucking damage resistant in this game, because pretty much everything stacks on itself. So
True.
there are a few consumables that you could probably pop like in the second phase if you wanted to get like turn into hard as rock and like just not take any damage. You could probably do that.
I'm just
And I
surprised that there's no
I personally would not consider
resistances.
that cheese.
Yeah. I don't know.
What would the
I'll
resistance
consider
be
it, but
for?
I'm
Though? Like,
you what?
what would the resistance be for though? Like gravity magic?
Holy negation.
Oh, for the
'Cause that's what he's really getting me with when it's not
Yeah.
when it's not his swords proper, it's like his holy AoEs.
Sure.
And there's no holy negation here, which is
Holy
wild.
negation.
Holy negations, Batman. Oh well, it's fine.
Yeah.
Do
I
it
might,
raw.
just
more-
get good.
Do it raw.
Ugh. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. And
Take our roids.
Yep.
Oh man, we got black flame shit.
It does physical damage negation.
Lovely.
Yeah. Until I get until I get like to a dodge tank on this guy. I'm gonna proc
Do you
that a few more
have
times.
time in the second phase to do that rather than use it in this phase?
Maybe.
I don't think you need it in this phase. Like you got this guy downloaded in the first phase. Like yeah, sometimes he still kills you, but you can still make it to second phase pretty consistently. Whoa. Wow, I can't believe that didn't roll catch you. Well done.
Yeah, that was good.
Dodging in like a boss. Still can't get used to the concept of kicking Radon in the nuts. It seems to be working. Oh, stompies.
All right. Let's just top off here.
Talking about drinking game. That's a drinking game. Drink every time Nate drinks. Every time he takes an Estus.
Every time I take a. Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah.
I would say the menu foo stuff, but I feel like he doesn't need to menu that often anymore.
No. Yeah, not this one.
I've got that.
He does his menu preliminarily.
Okay. Oh boy. I am not in a good spot.
Yeah, like right here, I feel
Run.
like you could run backwards the other way,
God damn.
make distance real fast, and buff in that phase right there. Rather than doing it before the fight starts.
All right.
Man, being mid-range there seems to be a trick.
Jeez. All right, I got it. Come on.
Hey, helpful. I can't believe that does damage just yanking you in like that. That sucks. Oh my god, that's the move.
Oh God. Okay, that last one has a
Put
head.
all the shit on screen right now. Jesus.
He didn't end it with that last time either. He did the after images, and then he did like another gold ray, like upsweep.
Yeah. For a second, I thought you were talking about they drink when I drink because I have a seltzer sitting in front of me. I was like,
Oh.
how does he know?
How can he
I
see
mean-
me?
You don't know that I can't.
My webcam's unplugged, so
I mean, again, you don't know. I'm sneaky.
all right. Let's keep this going. Oh boy. Well, I mean, faster
Wait.
progress has been made. I've got him
Yes.
figured out.
Yes, you jumped right back into making it to the second phase pretty quickly, so.
Yeah, after only a few tries.
Okay. Yep. Slip dodges all day. Very nice. Kick him in the ass. Wow.
Come on.
Alright, get the fuck out here with that noise. Psycho Crushers. No, sir. We dodge those. Real
There we
good
go.
so far. Nicely done. No Bloodhound Step used at all so far. Seems
A
like
little bit. Maybe like
Taking
one.
advantage of the opens though.
just a touch.
Nice, nice.
Ah, damn it. Okay,
Minimal
there we go.
damage.
There we go. Minimal.
All right, what do we do? All right, everybody drink.
Here it comes.
Nice.
Hey.
And the spot dodges at the end. Well done.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
he hit you with Sonic
that was
Boom.
really good.
Yeah, pretty good sequence there. He threw a lot of shit at you, and you only got hit once. Heals. Don't go into. Don't you dare attack, you motherfucker. My man, going in on offense.
It's the risk.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nate really hates punting. That's really it. He does not want to punt ever.
Oh, God. I
His
need to
little
dodge the
golden
other way.
charge. So it seems like every time he does that meteor strike,
I need
he's
to dodge the other way.
almost certainly going to do an after image
Yeah.
thing because he does that little
I'm in the
golden
habit.
orb charge.
I'm in the habit of
Yeah.
dodging that to the left, and I think because of the way he's swinging, his hitbox leans left to my left, so I need to dodge right, I believe. So I gotta get in the habit of strafing right when that happens. All right,
Nate's that guy in Madden who never punts on fourth down ever.
Extra points all the way.
It doesn't.
Conversions all the way.
It doesn't matter if he's on his own 10-yard line. He will never punt.
No.
Yeah.
It's funny because you think in Madden you'd be more likely to do it. You would in real life.
I mean, you definitely should.
Reminds me of the John Boy's video about the lateral play.
Ooh.
How like only like 3 or 4 like laterals in history I think have ever, at least in the NFL,
Yes.
yeah,
There's
ever
a reason
actually
why.
ended in a drive.
There's a reason why they tend to be the most famous plays in history because they never
Right.
fucking work.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, does like a shovel pass count as like a lateral technically, or is that just like a?
Like it depends. There's 2 different laterals. There's forward laterals and backward laterals.
Oh, true. I guess there's a backwards.
So it's a lateral, even if it's a shovel pass. It's a lateral. It's a forward lateral if the ball goes forward.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And they literally measure it by where the ball starts relative to the field markings, and then where it ends relative to the field markings. So if
I
you-
always assumed it was always like exactly like on the line or forward was a lateral, basically.
if it's exactly horizontal, then it is considered a backward lateral, and you can do
Okay.
downfield. Yeah.
Huh.
You just
Well, you
can't
know
do
it.
a forward lateral past the line of scrimmage.
Right. Yeah.
Eaters.
Getting good at that.
Hey.
That initial. I almost call it the golden shower dodge, and now that I've said
Do
it
we
out
need to
loud, I
call
guess
it
I
that?
have.
I'm not sure we need to call it that. That's maybe.
Well, see, the problem, Ian, is that I had that thought and thought that talking about it, behind the curtain would help, but no,
Sure.
it actually made it worse.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We could maybe like roll tape back and maybe.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm
edit that
after image calling it. There it is.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Bloodhound Step coming up big on that one.
Yeah. Even if you're getting hit, the mitigation on that is so much. So good.
Yes.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah, it's Tom.
Hey, Sheree.
Tom.
Ah, damn
Are
it.
you joining us
Your
for
face, you're
watching?
seeing your face in a long time.
Getting kissed.
Getting kissed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. May I interrupt to tell a story that I think you'll all find very amusing?
If you like.
So I had to get gas in my car today, and the Prius,
Ah, damn it.
surprisingly small tank,
Yes.
and for some ridiculous reason, the pump didn't click to let you know that it was done. So I, unfortunately, overflowed my tank.
Oh, no.
A little bit.
Oh, no.
So I'm telling my mom about this crazy, because that's like not happened to me in a million years. And so I'm telling my mom the story. She goes, "Well, it is gas, so maybe wipe it off a little, Dawn, when you get home, just to keep the car clean and get rid of the gas residue, because it's petroleum, right?" It's so cold outside, so that when I did this, I just basically froze Dawn detergent to the car,
Great.
just like
Oh, yeah.
outside, laughing my ass off because this is so stupid.
That's really stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my very amusing story. I thought you all would appreciate my dum-dums
Now you've got
Does the-
gasoline and detergent. Yeah.
on my car, all
Oh.
frozen.
Probably.
Yep.
The gas station you go to, I don't know if they do them differently, like on the Cape, but do they not like automatically stop when they hit the?
They usually do. Like, that's never happened. You get like a little
Right.
click and it will turn itself off. I don't know if I like missed hearing the click.
No, it doesn't just make a sound. It actually shuts off.
I know it. Like
It's interesting.
well,
Yeah.
I don't recall it doing either of those two things. But to be fair, my hands are also very, very cold. So
Well, you'd have to-
I
you'd
had
have
to
to-
let it go also.
You'd have to physically reactuate it in order for it to go again.
Well, if I didn't hear the click and I was repositioning my hands because it's very cold out, it's possible that like I missed
I
the
see,
click
yeah.
and then
Listen to me.
restarted.
Listen to me trying to convince her that it's not user error, but she's like, "No, it was probably me."
Oh, come on! I pushed the
Oh,
fucking
I
button.
don't wanna say it definitely wasn't. It could have been. I don't think it was, but it could have been.
I'm gonna wager it was not. I think it's a problem with the pump. That's my guess.
Thank you. I appreciate
I've had
it.
some bad, I've had some shady pumps before. I've had some that like have like the little like the auto clicking, like when you automatically click it in, it has like usually like 2 settings. I've had some that have like 3, and then I've had some where like it just doesn't do that at all. Like on any of them, like it just doesn't stay for whatever reason. It just like comes up. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna
Well,
hold this here.
Guys, you guys don't know. You guys have not
Oh,
suffered through this. So
yeah.
so in Massachusetts for years and years and years,
They've removed those.
you had to hold the thing. You had to hold the
That's
the
awful.
gas nozzle the entire time because it was they outlawed having it just be latched, so you like couldn't just let it go and it wouldn't
Yeah.
it would do it on its own. You couldn't do that for like 30 years in Massachusetts. They finally changed that, and
Yeah.
it was
Why?
Yeah, but this particular
God.
gas station still doesn't have those things.
Yeah, so I don't go to that gas station.
So I do still have to hold it there.
Oh, okay. I wonder,
Which is
but
but it's still cold, so
is it like a safety thing? Because I feel like the ones that we
Yes.
have here are already pretty safe. Like
It was the reason for it originally in Massachusetts was it was a safety thing. They wanted you to monitor your gas input every time.
yeah, it was before they had like the auto turn off
And-
thing.
And Massachusetts massholes have decided they hate that rule, and they wanted to change it back, and they finally did. So hallelujah, thank goodness
Right.
for us.
Yeah.
what do you know?
Civilized, we're a civilized state once again.
You
So
know.
that is my story. And while I was out there, I was dying. So I called my mom, and I could not explain to her for a good 3 minutes what was going on because I was laughing so hard. I was crying and snorting in the phone.
That's all right.
So that was fun. Just wanted to share my awesome story with the world.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. We appreciate
SB is a masshole like yourselves.
Oh, that's
Ah,
great. Yeah.
They didn't realize they had an option until they moved.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Options are nice.
All right, Nate, how we doing?
It's fine. I've been sort of dicking around a little bit.
How much of the torture has it been?
I mean,
Pretty-
so he's on
pretty
the
torturous.
he's on the very last boss of the game.
Oh, we're almost done with it.
Yes, and this is a very, very difficult boss.
How many
And
times has he died here so far?
A
so
lot.
in this
Double
stream,
digits.
in this session, I don't know, maybe 10 times,
I
probably
would say
something like that, maybe
like
a
8
little bit
and
more.
10 at least.
Yeah, and then last
10.
stream was probably 20.
That's not terrible.
No,
figures.
so this I've been
Oh, come
I'm
on.
trying to get Nate to understand this, and he came in hot in this session today, pointing out, making it very clear that he doesn't listen to me because I spent all of last session like trying to impress upon him that this guy is fucking tough and that everybody sucks against this guy.
He's not just tough.
What?
He's like the toughest they've ever made, apparently.
Pretty much. I mean, it's basically, especially in this game, it's him and Melania. I personally still think Melania is more broken because she has that heal mechanic. But his relentless follow-up attacks in the second phase are also pretty fucking broken.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
Oh, come on. That's bullshit.
take your pick. Although I maintain that even the hardest bosses in all the Souls games still probably like 10th or 11th on the list when you factor in any of the Sekiro bosses.
I feel like the fact that you're having a little bit of a problem with this boss and you've died at least 30 times is just kind of making Ian feel a little bit better about that crazy mechanic you have where you're like, oh, this is going to be really hard. No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, look, I always appreciate when Nate suffers. He does often really offend me when he makes hard things look easy. That really annoys me. Fortunately, you are correct. This is not one of those cases. He's making a hard thing look hard because it is fucking hard.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's a great way for Ian to end the game. Thank you, Nate.
well, we do have to talk about
Oh,
what the
jeez.
next game's going to be.
That's right. Yeah, we do got to do that, don't we?
Well, we don't know. So there's a lot of options. So we don't know. First of all, we don't know when Nate's going to beat Radon. It could be another session here still, which would totally make sense. That would be fine. But Night Rain doesn't come out until spring. So
What is Night Rain?
it's the multiplayer.
Ugh,
follow-up game to
fucking
Elden.
bullshit.
Oh.
I need to
So
learn how to dodge those better.
so
It's all his follow-ups.
yeah, that's his superpower. Other games, so I think that we should maintain like challenge generally. But that leaves us open a lot of options. We haven't done any like challenging platformers before. So
I
like,
don't think so.
something like Celeste could be pretty badass.
It could be a
that.
fun, like, I think there's like games that are in the Venn diagram of torture that aren't, like, I would say Celeste is challenging. It's not like the Souls mentality, but I do think it is.
Correct.
Well,
It's not
yeah.
punishing.
it's not like trying to be punishing. It is just like hard on its
Correct.
feet. So
Now-
that would be a good
Oh,
one.
come on.
The alternative is you could go the entire different direction though, because there are still a
Yeah.
handful of Souls games and Souls-like games that we have not played.
Oh,
True.
like,
There's
it-
Another Crab's Treasure, I think, is the one Cameron's been
I feel like
buying.
if you
for.
have me play any game, it'll be torture for everyone
That's true.
watching.
You did play Ori that one time.
I don't know. Did we
Uh,
did we say when I played
I
Ori?
don't think so.
I don't think so
Hannah
either.
Hannah did just finish playing Untitled Goose Game, and she made that game look like trying to play Risk by yourself in like 15 minutes. It was
Goose is
a
loose.
lot.
Well, I mean, so like when we think about other Souls games, there's literally kind of like the FromSoft game left to play that Nate has not played, and that would be Souls. That would be Bloodborne.
Ooh.
It's true, yeah. We have not done Bloodborne yet. I have not
And
done Bloodborne yet.
I gotta be honest, I really think you should play Bloodborne
Ugh.
because it is a fucking amazing game.
It's pretty
And
unique. Yeah.
It's very unique.
does it have a PC port?
no.
it doesn't.
I was
It's
gonna
a
say,
long,
I don't
long-
know how I
should
play.
talk about that.
Do you have a PS4?
At these streams.
I do have a PS4 actually. It's
Yeah,
the
just play it on
last.
PS4.
It's the latest gaming console I actually own until
Yeah,
I switched
play-
over.
It's absolutely playable on PS4. Go play it on PS4.
Hmm.
That would maybe solve a lot of your tech issues too.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
So yeah, I think Bloodborne is a must at some point. I think we need to play Bloodborne. I also think we should probably play Dark Souls 2 at some point. Because Dark Souls 2 is still a great game. Bloodborne is an order of magnitude better. Bloodborne is a great game of all time. I think you would really love Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne. I think Bloodborne is fantastic. And I think you guys would enjoy it. I think that's probably my number one vote to play next. But if we don't want to do that, we could do Celeste. There are other games.
Fucking Bloodborne.
Yes, the
I wouldn't
artwork of
mind-
Bloodborne is amazing.
I wouldn't mind watching Dark Souls 2 only because at some point
I
I will
can't
play
do it
it,
with
but I
this,
don't
okay.
feel the pull to play it as much as I do for Bloodborne. I mean, I would watch Bloodborne obviously. I've watched enough of it as it is, but there's a lot of stuff in 2
Okay.
that I've seen clips of or heard of that I think would be fun to just watch, like the
Dark Souls 2 is cool for a lot of reasons, but to your point, Tom, like there's actually a lot of stuff that just a lot of people have never seen before. Or it's very
Yeah.
new because people don't pay attention to Dark Souls 2.
I'd like to watch the chariot boss, I think, if I
Yes.
remember that correctly.
Yep.
Is Life of Pi Souls
I
like?
mean, Lies of P.
Is that what I?
Life of
Yeah,
Pi
like
is
Like a
Lies
Pi
of-
game, a Life of Pi game would be a great, like Aladdin.
So for the audience,
yes, me.
this is a very common thing that I do. I have a problem.
Nominal aphasia.
I do.
No,
I get that sometimes.
Lies of P is definitely a Souls-like. That's one we could absolutely play. I would very much like to see that played on the channel. That's one that I would
It's
volunteer.
pretty.
What
Um,
is a critic? What qualifies as a critical hit?
So it's anything that follows up a stagger like that, where you get it's basically
okay.
backstab.
You get to stagger and
backstab
then
with this one. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is a thing you have not done on this boss yet. Like try to like parry.
Break him. Yeah. If I was gonna do my palm strike charge build, I'd probably do that. But
He is breakable. He is very parryable.
Yeah, he is.
So can do that.
Bow
I still think you should.
range.
I still think you should lean hard in the bleed.
Yeah.
B,
Yeah,
I forgot if you're still in chat. I forgot that you lived in Massachusetts. Do you have a favorite and least favorite thing about Massachusetts? Figured that would open a segue for Ian and Cherie to talk
Does
about
this
their
shorten my
pros and cons.
incantation casting time as well?
Yeah, it's all spell casting. Yeah, so that'll be incantation. That's all
Let me
spells.
double check that. I want to see what that looks like.
I don't know if it'll be noticeable. It's like Dark Souls. Like upgrades
not
are
really.
often not noticeable.
Not really. Okay.
All right,
Well,
babe,
I'm already pumped. Let's do this.
Massachusetts.
Things I hate about Massachusetts. Not much actually. I love Massachusetts. The number one thing I hate about Massachusetts is the ticks.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, really?
Without a doubt. Oh yeah.
They're really bad. They're
Yeah.
really bad. It used to not be so bad when I was a kid. You get like the odd dog tick here and there. Now it's like every time we go for a hike, it's 20 deer ticks.
Yeah.
Really bad.
So global warming has done a number on Massachusetts in that regard. So that sucks. Other things that I don't like about Massachusetts, that people in Massachusetts
B
are very
ticks, man, holy
provincial.
shit.
So they don't seem to understand that there's a world outside of Massachusetts, and that gets worse when you're on like Cape Cod or specific areas of Massachusetts.
Okay.
But honestly, that's about it. Otherwise, Massachusetts is kind of fucking golden. Massachusetts has great sports
Goddamn.
teams. They got Boston. They got the Berkshires. They got North Shore, South Shore. They got Cape Cod. They got Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard. They got real winters. They have reasonably
Real-ish
bearable
winters.
summers. Unlike Cincinnati, which is like the fucking Amazon these days.
Yeah.
So
We did get quite a decent amount of snow this winter.
we make better decisions in our voting, and we we are generally better, nicer people than people who don't vote that way. So happy about that.
But we're mean drivers.
Yeah, we're mean drivers.
Y'all are fucking crazy ass drivers.
Yeah,
We're actually much nicer people than you'd think, given how much we hate other drivers.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I think Philadelphia, from what I experienced, seems like a little bit worse than
Think
what I
so?
saw in Boston.
It's possible.
I mean,
It's possible.
it might be different qualities of things at least. B says, yeah, the opioid crisis maybe also.
But yeah, otherwise Massachusetts is a winner. I would absolutely choose. I think about this a lot actually. Like which states would I actually be willing to live in? It's really not that many. There's like 6 of them. Otherwise, I would be like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Let's try this out.
It does seem like a nice like condensation of like the stuff about the East Coast that people like,
Mhm.
at least.
Yeah, especially where we live.
All right. What is this? Attempt 15, 16, 17?
You got this, Naders. You can do it.
Do it.
I do like this boss's art.
Yeah, art design's very cool. Yeah.
It's cool.
He's an intimidating dude. He's very scary.
That
He's
kind of a
very lethal.
Ganondorf look going on.
Yes. Yeah, we mentioned that last time. Yeah, he's got, because of the red hair too, like, and he's got like some Eastern influence. Like, he definitely feels Ganondorf-y.
He's got he got an Alexander the Great thing going on.
A little bit. Yeah.
Brewster, where is Brewster, Massachusetts?
Ah, shit!
Sort of
I didn't think
central
he'd get. I didn't think he'd do
okay.
it if he didn't get me. But I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's north middle-ish.
Okay.
Worcester is like a little bit about an hour west of Boston and a
Doesn't really
little
make
bit
any
north.
difference.
Worcester.
Oh, interesting.
Nate.
Hmm.
You sound like Sequel.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the elevator.
Yeah.
Which do you want save states right now, Nate?
I
It's
mean,
actually-
it's as far as run ups to the boss. I'm not really that bothered.
Yeah, the boss run is easy.
It's
The
about as
problem
convenient
is
as it gets.
you have to keep doing this first phase though.
Yeah.
Like that's the real problem.
That is the problem I would have with all of these, is that I have a very hard time having to do things 30 times over.
Yeah.
I would lose interest after about the 10th time I died. I'd be like, all right, I'm done with this game.
Yeah,
God.
I've thought about this. I think people joke about this a lot, but I actually think it's genuinely true that people who like Dark Souls games are definitely masochists in a certain way. They do get some pleasure from suffering and from the pain.
What happened? I can't do this fucking phase anymore. He has this pause. He has this like hesitation on that, and it's the same one that gets me every time.
It seems like you're also not relying on Bloodhound Step the same way that you were before.
That is true. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
All right. I did up my arcane by like 5, but I don't know if that'll do anything major.
I know I've said this infinity times before, and I know the tone of my voice gets tuned out largely, but I will just reiterate that you've got extra blue juice in your flasks that you're not even using. So there's no reason to not treat Bloodhound Step as your only fucking dodge. Like, there's no reason why you should ever be doing the other dodge right now.
The cost of Bloodhound Step, I remember I did think about a lot, and then once I started using it, and just like I figured, I was like, I'll spend a couple runs on a boss just using it up, and I was like, I didn't even use it the full blue bar by the time I killed him.
Totally.
Damn it.
And again, what's the point of carrying 2 extra blue flasks if you're not going to use it? So Bloodhound Step is always objectively better than the regular dodge. So why are we not using Bloodhound Step as your singular dodge until it runs out? Like, why are we not doing that? I don't know. Like, if you're going to use it at all, use it all the time. That's what
I think it's the timing and knowing the recovery of it too. There's also times where I've Bloodhound stepped like a second too late into something when I was trying to go like through it or over it, basically. But I do agree. Like, I think.
I mean, if the concern is like that you're traveling too far with it, then just switch to quick step then, because as we talked about last time, like that's just a shorter travel Bloodhound step. Like you still get more.
I think direction for me was the thing. It took me a little bit instead of just like panic hitting it neutrally or hitting it like backwards or left.
Because people forget about this, because the regular dodge in this game has startup delay. And the reason it has startup delay is because it's built off negative edge.
Right.
Meaning that it doesn't activate until you release the button. It doesn't activate on button press, it activates on button release.
God damn it.
That is not true.
I knew the moment I got up, I was fucked.
Yeah. Bloodhound Step activates instantaneously, and the iframes start immediately, and you get more of them, and there's less recovery frames as well.
Yeah.
So it's the reason why it's kind of a cheat code with dodges. So I'm just saying, like, just fucking lean on that shit. Use Bloodhound Step. It will change your life.
Yeah, B, love me some blue juice.
I mean, is blue not the best flavor of juices?
Usually. I will say, I've been getting into Gatorade a lot lately, and blue Gatorade's pretty good.
It's definitely not the best flavor of juices.
What's the best flavor of juice?
No.
Is
Red.
I'll say
Red
some random shit like green.
No, red is the best.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why red is the best. Because
all of the juices are red.
There are so many options for red. You can get strawberry that's red. You can get cherry that's red. You can get apple that's red. You can get just fruit punch that's red. Like
grape juice, red.
All the good stuff. You can get a lot of good stuff. Yeah, watermelon's red. Yeah.
I will say, I think red being the most popular for multiple types of flavors also does mean the diversity is high enough that you can get some okay reds. You can get some mid reds.
The floor is lower. That is true.
The floor is lower, but the ceiling is also much higher.
Correct.
My favorite
like
color
green
of
is
juice
that shifted downward.
Yes.
Is orange, but I do not like orange juice.
Orange soda is the best soda for sure.
True.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I like mango juice. Mango juice is my all-time favorite.
Mango's overrated.
It's the best.
I had some sort of like fruit medley thing recently that had pineapple in it, but also mango, and I briefly forgot how much more like vibrant mango is than pineapple, and I was like, man, this pineapple is really fucking good, and it was mango.
Y'all are crazy. Pineapple's god tier. Mango is trash.
I love pineapple. Mango I do like. I think it depends on the quality or like how it's prepared. It's not a fruit that I would ever pick up and be like, this is like, eat it like an apple type thing.
I will say mango is harder to find something that's ripe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Bite Size B asked the question, what the fuck is fruit punch actually?
I don't know.
It's all the fruits.
I love it.
It's a medley of
it's all the fruits.
Fruit punch is the flavor. If I have a fruit, like a flavor choice, fruit punch is what I go for, like almost instantaneously.
Yeah.
Mango is my flavor choice.
I mean, it's a good question because it's very suspicious, right? Like they're not telling
Right.
you what's in there, but it's meant to be all the fruits. Yeah, all.
Oh,
the fruits
same.
from there.
Yeah, pineapple and mango. I like those a lot. I think I took a food science course when I was still in college, and I remember a lot of that course was talking about how a lot of synthetic flavorings are often the same. Like strawberry and banana are usually made from the same chemical. I forget what it is, but I wonder if fruit
Really?
punch is one of those scenarios where, like blue raspberry, unless like someone has genetically altered them, I'm sure they have. Now that I said that, I don't think there's such a thing as a blue raspberry, but I think
That's
blue
another thing
raspberry
red
is
can
literally
be.
just
Red
Yeah.
can also be raspberry. It's another thing, right?
right. Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those things where maybe it's not really if it's a specific fruit, it's just a flavoring that we probably already associate with a different fruit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah. Red's God tier.
Peach.
Jesus.
Peach juice. Peach juice is actually delicious.
It's true. Peaches are good. Problem with peaches in real life is that they have fur on them.
Oh, that's my
Ah,
favorite part.
that was much better than my other runs.
Look
Might
at
be
that
my
melt,
best
man.
run ever.
Nectarines.
It's
Must-
easily your
that
best
might be
run
my
ever.
best run ever.
You've never gotten down that
All right,
far.
peach
Orange,
or
lemon, and strawberry.
mango. Peach or mango. It's the
If I had to choose
orange
one,
color. Like
Peach.
yeah.
Mango for me.
No, mango-
is my favorite.
We've already established mango's trash tier.
No,
Are we talking
not.
favorite of the actual fruits or the flavorings? Because that is a big difference. Also,
It's true.
Yeah, juice or fruit. That is a good point.
Juicy fruit.
Well, juice, fruit, or flavoring, like I guess you could say a soda, or you could say like in candy. I guess it kind
Oh,
of
that's
depends.
bullshit.
Because I don't know. I don't really want mango or peach in like a soda, or really in candy. I like it. I love the juice.
What is with these hezzies all of a sudden?
Yeah, I feel like I would
Between
take
the
mango in a
fruits?
juice.
I think between the fruits, I'd probably have to take peach because I'm actually allergic to mango.
My God.
And
Technicality.
What a
regardless of how well
what a
I
fucking waste
peel
of a
it
run.
and keep the peel away from the actual fruit, I still end
You're
up
gonna grab your souls
with
down?
issues.
God damn it. I mean, why would I?
I mean, there's like 300k in there.
No, there's not. I have not been
Did you lose
gathering
them already?
any.
Oh,
I
think,
lost
yeah,
them
that
like
was-
the second time ever.
I see. I see.
This is
All
a
right,
throw.
good
This is
enough.
a throwaway run.
I think mango for juices,
Throw it away.
but peach would be the only of the two I would accept as a so. I've had peach soda; it's pretty good, but I think peach is the
Really?
only flavor of those two that works with carbonation. Mango, not so much.
Peach makes some great cocktails too.
Yeah. B, I agree. Pineapple for all the above as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
pineapple's
juice.
God tier. 100%.
I love pineapple. I will say it is the kind of fruit that if I'm eating it, like the actual fruit, like by itself, it has to be the last thing I eat because of the bromelain.
It's very
effect.
acidic.
Yeah.
It's very dominant. Yes.
It makes everything else taste weird after, kind of like a toothpaste and orange juice type.
Pineapple
scenario.
on
Yeah, isn't that the worst?
pineapple on
Yeah.
pizza was our verdict.
I don't think it's pizza. It can be good, but it's just not pizza.
Yeah, that's
God.
my
I think-
rule.
We talked about this before. I think a couple of years ago on stream. I think Nate and I agree, which is I don't mind it. I like it, but it's not an every time thing.
Yeah, it's a specialty.
I mean, this goes into the pizza discussion, which I thought about a lot recently for some reason. But I do think that I can get pineapple on like a pepperoni pizza, just add pineapple to that, and that's fine. I do think that pineapple on pizza is better when it's like a Hawaiian pizza, maybe
Yeah,
with
they
like
use
a
pineapple on
barbecue
ham.
sauce or something else. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like a tomato sauce with my Hawaiian pizza.
Yeah, I think that's like a third option that people should
Oh,
choose
bullshit.
more often, which is getting it with
Yeah,
the
I-
right other ingredients.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hey,
Yeah, I feel like
When you're in your
the
heel cycle.
pineapple pizza should have like a sweet, smoky, spicy
Yeah,
sauce.
exactly.
That's I mean,
Nice.
it could have like tomato, like ketchup or
Right.
something as part of the base, but like I don't want like a traditional pizza sauce.
God damn it.
I think a
with
barbecue
it.
sauce. I've always liked getting Hawaiian with barbecue sauce instead of the bread, just because I think that
Okay.
it
Oof,
works
fuck
better
off.
with the
Fuck
flavors that you're
off.
trying to have in a Hawaiian
Yeah.
pizza.
There's a bourbon peach barbecue sauce that I've had somewhere that was
Mm,
really good because it
sounds
was like
good.
sweet and spicy, and not like when I think of traditional barbecue. For me personally, my traditional barbecue sauce is heavy with molasses and like clove and cumin and garlic powders,
Hmm.
and like the the peach bourbon barbecue sauce is like a little bit thinner and has like not as many barbecue spices that I associate with like the way that I do pulled pork or ribs when I'm making them myself, which is a little bit more, I think, Texas-ish style. Like a peach bourbon would be more of like a South Carolina, Georgia style.
Yeah, much more of a southern thing.
Which is, I think, works well with pineapple and ham. But when it comes to pizza, we're kind of purists over here. We like a New York style, thin crust, really very pure on our tomato sauce. We do like San Marzan whole peeled tomatoes, and I blitz the crap out of them because I personally have a problem with chunks. I don't like chunks or tomato peel in my sauce. That's a me thing. Everybody has their own thing, and if you like your sauce chunky, that's cool. I don't happen to, so my husband has to suffer. Little salt, olive oil, and then we do Parmesan cheese, mozzarella, and I add a little oregano to Ian's pizza, and I don't add oregano to mine because love oregano, but it doesn't agree with me. And we're very purist that way, and then bake them so they're nice and crunchy, crispy on the bottom, and have like a good melty with a bit of caramelization on our cheese on top. That's the best pizza. Would you agree?
I have a very narrow definition of what I personally consider to be pizza. There are many iterations of pizza that I love. I love deep dish pizza. I like Hawaiian pizza. I like the crispy Donatos type pizza. But I don't personally consider those pizza as much as different types of flatbread. The only pizza that's pizza to me is New York style, thin crust, chewy, cheese, sauce, crust pizza. The kind that you fold when you eat standing up at bar. That's real pizza to me. That does not mean, however, that I do not love Chicago or Detroit style deep dish. I love both of those. I love crunchy pepperoni on crunchy crust pizza. The only pizza that I really don't like is like the bready style pizza, like La Rosa's, which is like
that's the worst.
Feels like unleavened.
It's not even cooked all the way.
It doesn't seem right. I think the real problem that I have with La Rosa's actually is the sauce. It's very bland.
I still have the Stockholm syndrome for it, and that I can eat it, but I definitely, I think I was telling someone this recently, like growing up, because it was like the only pizza almost exclusively we really ever got. We just kind of grew up thinking like, this is what pizza is, and then going from La Rosa's to like normal like Jane pizza was like, okay, this is also pizza.
Jesus.
But I can see why now as an adult, kind of like the skyline effect with the rest of the United States. I get why people are so adamantly against it, because it's much more different. Yeah, going from like your hometown pizza to La Rosa's and being like, oh, what is this?
Just not very good pizza.
Yeah. It is definitely, I will say now I think of it as like getting La Rosa's for pizza is a different type of, kind of the same way that people think about like Giordino's in Chicago, like the lasagna. I think of La Rosa's as like a, it used to be pizza to me, and now it is like, oh, but it's like special category.
It's
like
La Rosa's.
Yeah,
I feel like that's fair. And if you like are very good friends of ours love La Rosa's, and I make fun of them all the time, but like, as long as you just call it La Rosa's, I'm fine with you loving it. As when you
have to
tell
specify
me that
if someone comes into town and we say we're getting pizza, if La Rosa's is even like a possible option, I will warn them ahead of time, like, hey,
this is not what you're expecting.
Right.
Yeah. I remember us going to Dewey's for your birthday like every year. And I don't think
that was the thing.
I don't think that Dewey's has bad pizza necessarily. I just don't think they cook it enough.
I agree with you, Shri. I don't know.
It's never done enough.
I like Dewey's. I think largely the Dewey's birthday thing is, I think, because it's a place that has different enough pizza that I think our parents thought, this is like more like a special occasion thing, which it is. Dewey's is a great place to go for if you want to be proud. but the pizza generally is always like it has the doughy, like a similar doughy issue to La Rosa's, not like the same type, but it's like
Yeah,
it's,
they
it's almost
just
under.
they honestly need to cook it for 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay,
not
that's not worth
golden
it.
and
That's not worth it at
slightly
all.
crunchy on the bottom, and the cheese is not caramelized at all on top. And like
It's always a little floury still, and that's how I can tell that it's
Yeah.
not been in the oven long enough. Yeah.
yeah, it's always left me very unsatisfied.
Maybe you could put it back in the oven when you get it.
Well, we only ever went there for Tom's birthday, so it was like not really
It's not true. We went there for Sam's birthday too.
It's
your
almost
birthday.
always a
I
birthday.
forget
I
about
can guarantee.
Sam all the time.
Yeah, it's like the Discovery Zone. It's where you get
Yeah,
food, bro.
okay, we only ever went there
Oh
for
man, I miss
birthdays.
Discovery Zone.
Leaps and Bounds. Leaps and Bounds is like the posh version of Discovery.
So basically like twice a year. And it wasn't really worth complaining. If you took me there for a day, I would absolutely send it back and be like, this needs 2 more minutes in the oven, thank you.
I don't think Dewey's is a date place, to be honest.
No,
Not really. It's
no,
definitely
no.
a family joint.
Yeah.
I preferred when we went to the hibachi. That was always good time.
That's a date place. For
Yeah,
sure.
hibachi. Yeah, hibachi's good.
Do
Mhm.
skills do Ash of Force skills
Yeah.
stay on even if you switch weapons?
What do you mean?
Like,
And like,
if I put this
what do you-
on footwork, cast it, switch back to
Yes.
my yeah.
Yeah,
no,
they-
I don't believe it sticks once you've like switched off of it.
Oh,
Okay.
you mean yeah? No, they don't. It's
yeah,
like a
as long as
slot
it's
on the weapon itself.
yeah, as long as it's equipped and active in your hand, then yes, it will be the one that's in use. But I think once you switch off it, it will no longer apply. I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like think about like Bloodhound Step. If you put Bloodhound Step on one and then you switch to a different weapon, you now have a different Ash of War available to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything that I can do? This doesn't work with my weapon type.
What are you trying to go for?
I'm trying to do the take your guys' suggestion and try and do something that helps build up bleed faster. Like there's spells that I can cast at him, but I was hoping to do it through my weapon.
Well, I
can
think it's
we-
also you don't try to lean too hard into bleed if you're just trying to do like spells and stuff alongside it. I mean, if there's one that works with your
Yeah.
weapon.
So okay,
you go
so
for
if we want to do
doesn't
bleed,
have
we
one.
need to look at what your actual bleed proc is. So can you go back to your weapons?
Yeah.
Like go to your actual okay. So
ble-
cause of
build up
blood
with
build up. You're at
91.
91. 91's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you have now? Let's look at your talismans. You've got
do this for phase 2.
Millicent's Prosthesis, yes. Successive attacks,
These
great.
stack. I've checked. And this also stacks.
Blood loss, vicinity, attacks power. Okay, now what's the one on the left again? That's the boost
Holy
holy.
damage negation. But I mean, I'm down for whatever, but I don't think there's anything that
It's hard to say. I don't know that there's
ups the
anything.
proc. It like I can up my arcane by 5 or so.
Do you have the Great Shield Talisman?
Yeah,
great.
physical negation. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it just
have that.
negates a shitload of physical
Ooh,
damage.
ratio. I actually
Yeah.
use that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's always kind of.
I did
good
use that a
default.
few times. I haven't really tried lately. But
Yeah.
you can do that.
And then the other thing is
Good shot.
obviously just lay a lot of hits on him.
Yeah,
I think the problem with the success of I use them with the claws a lot and even the pole blade because the pole blade
Oh.
just happens to have a lot of hits. I think
The-
it's like you do only really see the benefit after like 2 or 3 hits.
Well, what you really should be doing, Nate, is power stancing.
I guess yeah.
Power
I
stance
don't know
thing.
if we did that last time.
If you really want to break bleed, you need to power stance. Because
Oh,
bleed is all about how many hits you
yeah.
get on target, and power stancing doubles that.
Didn't we try out the thing last time, which was like 2 of the different arts in each hand?
yeah, that got
Oh,
complicated,
something like that.
and it doesn't
Oh,
really help.
yeah.
Well, all you
It
need to
seems like
do-
it's kind of situational.
all-
yeah.
the only thing you need to do for power stancing for bleed is just change your attack from instead of thinking that you're using R1 for attack, you're using L2. That's it.
You know, if you
True, it
actually
could be
murder
the
him
actual-
on this run with
actual
no
hit.
weapon, just like punching him, I will be super impressed.
Yeah, I mean, that's what power stancing is. Power stancing is basically just doubling your attack. The
Well, I'm
amount of
wondering if
hits
it's
you get on
also-
target. Each one of those can proc bleed.
I don't know like what like the heavy
What-
attack is
what
like.
is
I'm
my
wondering if like an
spot?
uncharged heavy might be the I'm trying to think of like the actual move set itself.
I'm just saying,
Is there
like,
a better
look,
combo?
I don't see a point in building into bleed if we're not going to min-max bleed. And the way to
That's-
min-max
yeah.
bleed, you have to build into successive attacks and getting a lot of shots on goal. And the best way to do that with bleed, you can literally double the amount of shots on goal you get by power stancing.
I think for the
So-
weapons
Power
we're using,
stancing.
because I would say my bleed build is definitely not like a min-maxed one, but that's also a totally
Correct.
different set
Come
of there's also a lot more decks, so it's like they heavy lift each other, like Dex and
Jeez.
Arcane doing most of it. But that's also a
Um,
character I built up over 60 plus levels.
Power stancing, to answer your question, Shuri, is when you equip
damn.
the same
I
weapon
totally
type, the
just
same
got in a
weapon
funk.
class in both hands at the same time.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
And the
Yeah, but I am power stancing it because I all I have to do is.
well, you're not though,
What are you talking about?
because you've got a seal in the left hand right now.
No, it's dormant. Like this is me power stancing.
But in power stancing, you actually have to have the equivalent class in the left hand, and then you hit the left trigger, and that's a whole different moveset. So try that. Put something in the left slot.
Yeah.
Of the same class, same weapon class.
Okay.
I guess like the
that's
earliest, like
hand to
if you start
hand,
with the warrior
so-
class, usually you see because you get the 2 swords.
Yeah, so another one of
So
those.
this took
Put
me a
that
second
in-
to realize
yeah,
too.
put that in your left hand. Make sure that's equipped, and now hit the left trigger. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
That's
the same
power
as it. Yeah, it's the same moveset as if I were to just to do. See, I'll go back to this one, and I'm doing R1s. Same moveset.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the damage figures are different. One thing to
It's
look at.
like the
would
same
probably be-
form, but almost like different.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah, that
okay.
seems that's a
It's the
double
same
palm
one.
that you're doing first.
Yeah,
like, do
I'll
now,
switch.
now do
I'll
it on
switch
the
back
right.
to this
What are the
Yeah.
names of these weapons?
double palm.
That looks a little bit different to me.
No, a
It
double
looks different.
palm. And then double kick. Double. It's a double palm to a double roundhouse, without a rechamber.
Okay,
Okay.
left, right,
And, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll go back to power stancing. L1.
Yeah.
Double palm.
left, right.
Yeah. Same
It's
one.
similar. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the same one.
The other
So-
one seems faster. The first one seemed faster.
Oh, the other thing here, Nate, is too. If you were going to power stance, you want bleed on both of the weapons. The other thing is, I think part of the I think you get more benefit if you use like an actual weapon for power stancing, and you'll get more buildup of it. So-
There's a Reddit post about this actually from earlier in the year.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
this
happy
is
to switch
actually
it back.
different because this is the first time I've seen a weapon class. This is a fairly new weapon class, obviously. First time I've seen a weapon class where the actual moveset for power stancing is not different from any of the other movesets. That's strange.
Okay.
So, all right.
Here's the thing, though.
or-
What I don't know is just because of the same moveset, are the damage figures different? We don't know that. So, just
Or-
because
or
it's
the
same moveset
positions.
doesn't mean
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that the damage figures are the same.
This person is saying, yeah, Dane's footwork in the main hand, and then Dryleaf Arts for power stance in the other hand.
Oh, so I switched these.
I think. Well, they're saying Dane's. What's your main hand weapon right now?
Right now, it's Dryleaf Arts, and then I have footwork in my
Okay.
offhand.
Yeah, this post is saying they were doing it the other order. I don't know if that's actually. There might be a thing where one of them
I'm sure
has
it'll
better.
change your moveset, right?
Yeah,
it'll-
this
it'll
person is
switch
doing it for stagger.
It'll
I
switch
think,
it to my
specifically.
Dane's footwork moveset because this is the if I'm doing my L1s,
Yeah.
this is if I was dual wielding just my main hand weapon, which I currently now
Right.
am. I do so. This is my R1s, and then if I go back to
Yeah.
power stancing and do L1s, it's the same moveset.
With
So,
the power
if you
stance,
think-
you get to keep the
if you-
dual wield moveset for when you need to use fast attacks to stagger lighter armored enemies / trash and your jumping double kick. So yeah, apparently they are. It's supposed to be the same moveset for that. The L1 or L2.
So the way that you get double damage and double attack, basically with power stancing with other weapons, like edged weapons, is because you swing them both at the same time. So you're getting double the damage for the same amount of commitment. So you press
Interesting. I
one
wonder
button,
if I
you're
do the
getting
same.
two in the same amount of time.
And if I'm double wielding,
So like if you use
Exactly.
double
One sec.
katana,
Yeah.
You'll hit twice with one katana attack. You'll hit twice.
Let me look at
once.
something. Let me see if this works. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, it's just incompatible with the weapon type. Got it.
Yeah,
Right.
so maybe power standing just works differently with these melee, with these martial art
Martial arts.
weapons.
Yeah, hand to hand. I
Maybe
think
they
is
just work
the
differently.
is
Because
the weapon
again,
class.
the main advantage of power stancing with edged weapons or any other sort of type of normal weapon is that you're getting 2 attacks for the price of 1, basically. Which, as you
Mhm.
can imagine, if you build that into a bleed build, that is a monster advantage because it basically cuts in half the amount of attacks you have to do to build up bleed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hello,
if that's
Gunspony.
not a feature,
Yes.
if that's not a feature of your martial arts weapons, then power stancing probably is not going to do you any good. But
Yeah,
you could
I'll give it
always
a
consider
shot.
going back to a weapon.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Gunspony. Yes, I know the channel is definitely going to do some Monster Hunter when it comes out. I for sure fucking am. I don't know if we'll do it
Guns
on
I,
tonight, like
I'm gonna
on tonight's
guarantee you,
slot.
Guns when that comes out, that's all that's going to be on this channel.
Pretty
There might be
much, yeah.
Helldivers once a week, but other than that, it's going to be Monster Hunter day and night, baby.
Let's see.
All right, let's see what we get. What was that? Is that from your power up? You're getting a red glow on you when you hit.
Yeah, it's if I hit him like 3 times in a row.
Oh, okay. So you're getting the proc that you're getting more damage with the successive attacks. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Which
That's what
does
we wanna
stack. Yeah.
see. Yeah. So you're building bleed on him right now. We'll see
Yeah.
if it ever procs. You can also up your bleed
Oh,
effect.
come on.
So you're at 91 right now. You can get higher than that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You can build harder into arcane. And you can use a weapon that already has it natively, like any of the katana weapons have bleed natively in it. I think the claw weapons do.
God damn
A lot of the dagger and scythe weapons will.
Yeah. I'm trying to just hit him with just the martial arts weapons, but I guess I could switch weapons.
I mean, again, I think if you're going to power stance, if you want the benefit of bleed from power stance, switching weapons is probably the way to do it because it seems by all appearances here that you're not getting the same power stance benefit of getting 2 attacks for the price of 1. Which
Yeah.
again is kind of the whole point of power stancing. It's 2 attacks for the price of 1.
Oh shit. Can I run far enough? Fuck. Okay. Can I just heal, please? Oh my god. Leave me the fuck alone.
Stop it.
Oh my god. I spent the entire fight trying to heal. That's all I did. I didn't even touch him.
It happens. You're just in a
Jeez.
healing cycle.
Come on. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting any benefit from this. Like, it's the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like
Yeah.
this is like the one class where power stancing is kind of not
It's kind of
really
useless. Yeah.
thing.
Because it's the same numbers. Like, they
Well, that's-
build up the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, the advantage of power stancing is that you get 2 hits in 1 button press.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to be happening here with this animation. So it's not like you're doing suddenly
Well, if
left
I
and right at the same time.
Well, if I just single, like, even if I just single wheel this is what it looks like, which is not what I've been doing.
Right.
This is I'm now dual wielding just my primary weapon. So this is what it's been the entire time.
I mean, you also have not used any great runes. You've not used things like boiled crab
I guess
or
I guess
Are you
I
still
probably
labbing
could.
the moveset? Or no, I must have missed a. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I just came back.
no, I think we've determined that power stancing both the weapons at the same time isn't really worth it because it doesn't do anything.
If it's going to be more complicated, yeah, I don't think it makes
It
any
also
sense
changes
to.
my button input, and that's just throwing me off like crazy.
We got a message from Gunspony. Did y'all already answer that, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure the channel will turn into a Monster Hunter channel primarily.
Yeah, it's gonna be all
when it comes
Monster
out.
Hunter all the time.
I know.
sure.
I'm taking a day off work.
I mean, I will play Wilds. I don't know that I'm going to be playing it that often, but I will probably try to do some more streaming here in the next like month or two, sort of to get back into it, so I can make up for some non Monster Hunter stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of good indie stuff coming out lately.
I guess I could do one other thing. The Rakshasa gear does a lot of damage boost, but also causes more damage. And
Yeah, I was gonna say this might be a good time to think about just changing the whole set. Not that the armor does that much difference, but if it's a certain element,
it's like 2 or 3% at a time. Like, more.
Are you trying to get more of that holy negation, or is the talisman you have enough?
It's yeah, it's not about it's not really about that. It's mostly me trying to lab out his move set and just not get hit as much.
I was gonna say, similar to like the dodge runs you were talking about last time, Ian. What if we just have him? If we could mod his controller and force him to do a Bloodhound step only, no dodge run.
Well, this is like I have meant to ask you that question, Nate. Like, is there any reason why we wouldn't just use the Bloodhound step and replace your dodge entirely Bloodhound step? Like, is there a rationale not to do that? I'm curious.
It's mostly mostly habit.
Okay. I mean, look, you should definitely do what you're comfortable with first and foremost.
Yeah.
So,
which I do get that. I mean, habit is the reason why it takes me so long to stop throwing stuff at bosses.
Yeah. There are some consumables that can be kind of game breaking, like boiled crab, that will.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some stat effectors.
Resistances.
There were a couple early like field bosses that I used like the physical damage boost for.
Yeah.
I would do that again.
Obviously, as we mentioned before, you're not using any great runes, so you could pop a rune arc.
Oh fuck, yep. I should do that.
Range of that.
Great thing about consumables, like the mists and like the perfume or whatever. Once I stopped realizing I wasn't going to use a lot of throwing weapons against bosses, I mean, besides the occasional like knife, I just start using that shit on like run-ups. I use that stuff on like everybody, like outside of a boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Nice. I want to know where the fuck does he learn to do that? Like, is that like a training technique? They take him out to like the field and are like, all right, take these big ass cleavers.
Try doing a front flip.
Yeah, first you're gonna learn to do a front flip, and then we're gonna give you 2 giant swords.
Can you do a flip off of that? Can you do a front flip? The other thing that we have not tried, and I think would be, frankly, it would be super fun, is doing the deflect hard tier on this guy, because he's very variable. And I think you could get a lot of benefit out of that.
That's a habit I need to get more into, is using my mixed physic. Yeah. For a while, I even put it on like the shortcut menu, and I still forget to use it. I
mean, look, I mentioned the deflect hard tier because that's one of those things that legit changes the playstyle up, and that could be really move the needle. Like, that would be a real change from what we're doing now. And that's one thing that we're not doing to him right now. We're not breaking him. We're not getting crits. And if you did that, if you did get crits on him, you could put on the talisman that gets you health back with crits. Like, everything he's doing right there would be very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's fair.
And it would
Could you imagine parrying him without a weapon? That would be so sick.
Let me experiment with that a little bit, because if I can get that, then that'd be pretty rad.
Kind of a game changer. Yeah. I mean, it's like, don't get discouraged because you're gonna have to get used to it. Like, you gotta figure out the timing.
It'd be another mini labbing session, basically.
I think it is worth enough doing just to change the mindset. Like, I've done that before, where I'll change a weapon for like 2 runs, and even if I know I'm not going to use this shit ever, I'll do it just to be like, okay, I miss my claws and then I go back to it, and it's almost like taking a break for a while just to come back and like re-strengthen like your
Yeah,
confidence in
it's like
your main weapon.
it's like putting the controller down for a day and coming back
Yeah,
later and
touching
suddenly
some
better.
grass is
Yep.
actually not a bad idea.
Yes, it is actually a way to improve your performance, believe it or not.
All right, where the hell is this thing?
It's second row, I think. It's down to the right.
Is it
Yeah, there
opaline?
you
Is
go.
that the one?
Deflecting arch
Hands
here.
to spontaneous guard.
Oh no,
Okay.
Yep.
yeah, that's right.
All right, let me do that, and then I'm trying to think if there's anything that pairs well with this. I mean, the shield, because I basically get a freebie while I'm trying to parry.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's that.
If it were me, I'd probably choose something altogether different to sort of cover my bases elsewhere. If it's just like maybe like a heal over time, so it just heals you as time goes on. I think there's probably something in there that does that. Something that just ups your defense, or is just like probably not something that's like an insta heal, because you're going to be using it early on, and you're going to have full health by the time you use it. So probably like maybe a damage buff, or
All right, so if I drink this,
yeah,
and I go this,
yeah.
Nope. I do this.
Yep, that's all it's going to be. It's going to be
That's
time,
all
just
it
like
is?
Sekiro. Yeah, just like Sekiro.
Okay, let me fucking mess with this a little bit. Did not mean to take that off. All right, let me see what
And
happens here.
it takes 3 parries to break him. So if you get 3
Oh, really?
parries, you'll get a visceral. I think
Okay.
those, you didn't take any damage on any of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got the heal over time, so you're still at full health after all that.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, that finally broke me.
Yeah, I mean,
Why doesn't?
this is way different for sure.
All right, but I'm not really breaking him.
Interesting. Interesting.
I wonder if his poise is just that high.
I mean, it should take. So it doesn't. I don't know that it works like a shield parry.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So let me look up like all the details about deflecting hard tier.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what that did. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it turns it into Sekiro. That's like the whole. That's the
You
thing
still have
about
to hit
this.
the parry button, or is it like an auto deflect?
Yep.
No,
No, you
I
still have to. You still have to time it, but it's better than the regular parry timing.
That's a
which is
great like
yeah,
practice tool. I'm
100%.
gonna fucking use that.
Yeah, 100%.
And you really can just parry everything, huh?
Okay. Duration 5 minutes. It lasts. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so it's
multiple
like it's.
deflections. Stack the increased guard counter damage up to 4 times. So, do you ever use the guard counter?
Uh,
Do you remember what that is? It's when you
no, I haven't.
you do a guard, and it's not even, this doesn't even have to be timed, but you do a guard, and then you immediately follow it up with a heavy, an R2,
Oh,
and
interesting.
it does huge poise damage to your enemy. And so each time
Interesting.
you do a deflect, a successful deflect with a hard tier, it actually increases that poise damage with the guard counter.
Interesting. Okay, let me give that a shot
Okay.
and see what happens,
Yeah.
because that's super curious.
Yeah.
I'm into that, figuring out what that looks like.
Each stack also seems to increase the stance damage of guard counters and the damage of guard counters. Heavier attacks that are parried grant 2 stacks instead of 1. Yes, that.
All right, let me try that. Do some shit I can guard. Okay, now let's do this.
This could potentially be the thing that you use for second phase rather than first phase.
I mean, it's certainly nice to guard, but I don't know if I'm doing enough poise damage.
That's the question. Yeah. That's why we're labbing it out, I guess.
Okay, if that's the case, maybe I change this to a charge build again.
The Palm Blast, yeah, that's an option.
Well, maybe I don't use the Palm Blast, but I charge my heavies. Because these two stack. This and this will stack charge heavies. And then... If I'm trying to break his poise, then I actually want... what is it? Enhances guard counters?
Yeah, 100%.
That's
exactly what you're doing, yeah.
And then if I'm parrying shit anyway...
I just want the world to know what we're doing here is fucking radical, because you've never done any of this for the entire playthrough.
You're right. I'm fucking with
it. This is very radical.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
All right.
Very radical.
All right, let's do this. Let's bring this back. All right.
And to Tom's point, this will just be a fun diversion for a little while, and then you can get back to your bread and butter if you want later. Yeah, those are successful.
All right.
You didn't take any damage with that.
Yeah, I think there is a way of turning the menu desperation, like looking for something, into a productive change up your build for the sake of saving your mentality.
I agree with that. I think there's value there.
Oh, geez. The fucking hitboxes on these swords are nuts.
Yeah, a little crazy. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I say it may be something you want to use in the second phase is because I just don't think you have that much trouble getting through the first phase. Like, sometimes you go in slumps, but I think you kind of got most of that sorted.
I would agree.
You know?
I think it's second phase is where we see it change.
Yeah, because you got close to the end in the second phase.
All right.
Like, I kind of almost want to rock the boat on first phase. I don't want to stick with what's working. But second phase, I think, could use this potentially. If for nothing else, then it just having it available for like an emergency, like when you get stuck in his range, and especially for those constant follow-ups that he does.
Yeah. Let's see. Add that. And then what is my heavy on this? Okay. Okay. I'm wondering if I do it this, because he's kicking and he's got a longer range. I'm noticing that I am parrying him, and when I do a guard counter, I'm not reaching him because I'm being pushed back by his stuff, like his attacks. So I'm wondering if I could reach him at least once or twice, maybe I could do this.
It's also possible that the weapon that you're using just does not do a lot of poise damage.
That's true.
And if that's the case, then you can get a heavier weapon that will do more poise damage and take more advantage of this. Because I will tell you, when I fought, I did do, or I guess the second time that I fought him, I did do parries. I used the carrion shield, the carrion parry mechanic. Yeah. And parries make a big difference. They do a lot of fucking damage, and it can be safer, especially in this phase, because his attacks are pretty telegraphed. So you can kind of pretty consistently hit those parries. All right, we need a little drinky drink.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Lost Boys music.
Besides the utility, it is kind of cool just to fucking watch him sit there with this
shit.
It's badass, right?
Sparkle,
yeah, it's cool.
And just tank everything, man.
Just stand in his face, tell him to fuck off. I love that.
Come on.
I still don't love the ultimate implementation of it, though. Like, they didn't give a big clang or an animation like Sekiro style for it.
I wonder if they were trying to do it that way to not cloud the the visuals, but I do see what you mean. It's like it would be kind of cool if there was an option to be like, hey, if you use this, do you want to turn the effect off, or do you want this grunt birthday party skull fanfare type thing?
It should also it should reduce poise on its own. Like just doing successful parries should break their poise, like in Sekiro. It
I
should
think
just
so
be
too, because at least even if it's not as much as actually striking them, even if it's like 20% of that, I think it should be a noticeable buildup, and maybe it is.
because it is a risk. You're taking a risk. You're not getting a lot
Well,
of
it's not even just
benefit.
a risk, but like I mean, the physical reality. I mean, from a video game standpoint, obviously, like if you're swinging that hard on somebody and they're just sort of like bouncing it off their bracers, like you're
Yeah.
still expending that energy. It's not like you're
Yeah.
just swinging.
You
at
should be
nothing.
getting an offensive benefit for that.
Right. I would agree. I think that like honestly, I think maybe some other like Souls likes do this. They should incentivize that more often, because if timing and the rhythm is really what they want to like have
Yeah.
the skilled belabor in, then they should also be rewarding it when you are doing it on
I mean,
the offensive.
Lies of P does this brilliantly.
Yeah,
Lies of P. So the genius of Sekiro, kind of what we're talking about here, is the genius of Sekiro was it turned a ostensibly defensive maneuver into an offensive weapon. You got benefit offensively for being really good defensively. That was kind of the genius of that process, of that system. And Lies of P does that. Lies of P does it such that if you get enough parries in, you actually break your opponent's weapon, and they do significantly less damage.
Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, it also does the poise damage that Sekiro does. So it does both at the same time. So there's always an incentive to be parrying rather than dodging.
Right.
And so, and which makes sense to me because it's a higher risk reward ratio, right? So like you're taking more of a risk by standing there and trying to time the parry than just getting the long iframes from dodging.
Which makes sense the way they motivate it for like Dex characters, obviously a lot in Souls games, which is, if you can dodge and you can run, but parry, I mean, if you're already going to you're dodging for the sake of totally mitigating all damage, then like that's the best time to parry is when you're, lightly or totally unarmed.
I've always felt what they should do is for tanky builds and shields, make that just a longer parry window, make it easier to parry with shields.
Yeah.
But there should still be
agree.
like a weapon parry for dex builds that don't use shields, but that parry can be harder to pull off.
Yes, 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Speaking on the motivation, 100%. It makes more sense, and it also does still vary the like light versus heavy type.
And it makes it fair, right?
build.
The mechanics are still available. Like the game mechanics are available no matter what class you're playing.
Yeah.
Man, that was a big charge.
Yeah. I like the Breakers implementation of this, where they do the slight heal on parries. I think the parry still gives like a stagger. I like it because it's not like a lot of stuff in a game where you're already kind of like, after imaging everywhere anyway. But I like the little incentive of like, hey, if you practice parrying and you get good enough at it, you can heal yourself for like half your health.
Correct,
just by fighting smaller dudes, which also then helps you fight bosses.
Yeah, it's a good mechanic.
Exactly.
It means, hey, this is a really hard thing to do, but if you get really good at it, you will be like, your reward will be that you're amazing at the game. You'll be really powerful.
I don't. That's also not to take away from people's complaints about parrying in terms of people who just don't have like. I don't say people who don't have rhythm, because sometimes like Elden Ring, for people who are like less than a certain frame rate or like initially, there is still people who just don't agree with parrying, or like they just don't like it as a mechanic. And I think it's very valid.
I don't jive with the Souls parry pretty much at all, except for that Carrion special Ash of War parry that it has. Otherwise, it's the shield parry that actually requires like startup time and doesn't fire instantly, and it's more about guessing when his attacks can come rather than actually reacting to it. I hate that parry. I never fucking use it.
I know. I also like on the other games. I think Breaker is why I'm starting to like parrying again, because it's a short enough window. It's quick. Yeah, it's instant, and if you whiff, there's still an after timer, but it's also a like it can be a whiff the way that like a dodge can be a whiff also.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's just more balanced. It makes more sense. I wish that the deflecting hard tier in this game wasn't just about the guard counter. I mean, the guard counter's fine, but like. Again, that's not helpful. It's not helpful for a dex build because, again, the weapon that you're probably using for a dex build, which is what you would use the hard tier on, isn't itself doing poise damage anyway. So, like, it still isn't really doing you much good because it's tied to the guard counter, which is dependent on having a weapon that does poise damage.
Yeah, exactly.
So It just seems like kind of a wasted mechanic then.
It's not helpful enough, and in a game like this,
Right.
not helpful enough is actually just a much more negative
Not
detriment.
helpful.
Because I would rather, I noticed like even on
It's
my
opportunity
build,
cost. That's a talisman
Right.
or a physic that you could use on something else.
for like other builds, like a lot of people have like, especially in the early game, like talismans that don't do a lot of stuff, but they do something. Like a little bit of extra HP or stamina recovery is better than
We'll
nothing.
take it.
I would rather have that versus like the the infinite guard counter with no shield or a weapon that does poise damage, because that's
Yeah, it doesn't.
a more
doesn't-
generic benefit is better than something that's
It
really
doesn't
hyper.
lean into your build.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Like if you're not doing,
Jeez. Okay.
if you're not getting critical attacks, there's no reason to wear the talisman that buffs your critical attacks or
Yeah.
that heals from critical attacks. Like, that's a
This game
waste.
especially, I feel like it doesn't make a big fanfare out of it, but it is a bigger deal to like the successive attacks thing. It's really good when you have a weapon like this, like what Nate's
Mhm.
using or what I use, but it's definitely the kind of thing where even on certain bosses, it's like if you're only getting in like 1, maybe 2 hits every couple of like what feels like in-game minutes but seconds, it's like it's really not as beneficial as maybe something that's just like a raw stat boost. It might not be as cool sounding or looking, but sometimes it is better to take the more boring option simply because it is better over time than
It's like the
trying to
Great
build
Shield
up.
talisman.
Right, the Great Shield Talisman. Yeah, once I started leaning into that, especially around might have been Stone Gargoyles, it might have been the run up to like Melania. When I started using that, I was like, this is just
I wonder.
overall
Stat
better,
erosion
even if they're
attacks.
doing elemental damage, because I would rather leave this on and then forget about it than specifically
Yeah, it's
switch.
passive buff, right?
Yeah. Like the Claw Talisman, I love. Is Claw the jumping attack one? I think. Whatever the
Yeah.
jumping
Um,
attack
The
talisman.
one that
Claw
does
is
more
jump attacks, yeah.
enhances jump
Yeah.
attacks. Yeah.
I love it. I love it for the claws, like specifically. That I think it is literally why they make it that. But it is also the kind of thing where if you don't like notice your playstyle changing and you still have it on, it's just kind of a
Ooh.
waste. You might as well have on like a
That
damage mitigation.
actually makes me wonder if it works with my Tatsu Ash of War.
I was gonna say, yeah. Have you been doing a lot of
Maybe.
fucking jumping? Is jumping something that's even viable to do here as like an evasion?
Well,
I guess not.
So that's the thing. Like that's the same question as the guard counter, because if his weapon already isn't doing a lot of poise damage, the jumping version of that's not going to do much either.
That's true. I guess I was thinking maybe for damage, but I don't think, yeah, like you're saying, damage isn't really the.
I don't think damage. I could be wrong. Jack can correct me on this. I don't know if the damage difference is really all that big, but the point,
Yeah.
like the advantage of the jumping R2 or the jumping R1, to me was always because it did extra poise damage that regular attacks don't do.
Yeah.
But again, I could be like fundamentally wrong about that, but that was always the impression that I had.
Hmm. Yeah, this is a tricky one.
I mean, again, I really feel like you got this round licked. That was a lot of damage, man.
Yeah, my Palm Blast, I was like, well, I've been doing it.
That was a lot. If you can be patient to find your spots there, that could work. Basically, what that's doing
Damn
is
it.
basically
Yeah.
the amount of damage that you do when you land that is a little bit less, but only a little bit less than a bleed proc.
Yeah. Yeah,
which
kind of
means
pull
it's
that off.
which means it's a shitload of damage.
Yeah, it really is, and I'm kind of going all in on. I've kind of made myself a glass cannon, although I am casting things to help offset that.
That's what I would do. Glass.
I mean,
cannon
if
all
you,
over.
one thing you could do, and I'm not just saying this because I think it's a funny gimmick that I've done before. If you really do want to keep up the bleed proc, you could just get a bunch of the deck scaling knives.
Yeah.
And start throwing kunai at them in between hits.
It's true. You got to keep that bleed build up. It's 100%.
I did it
legit strat.
unintentionally, and it actually did help on a boss or two.
You are doing way more damage now, Nate. It looks like to me.
Yeah,
Like you're getting yellow bars on the damage now all the time.
yeah, because I'm
I
I'm
can see
charging
that
my
too.
heavies.
Yep. I mean, I don't hate this because at the end of the day, you don't want to be on the field with this guy for too long. You kind of want to like either you die fast or he dies fast. Either way.
Ugh,
The
God.
longer you're on the field with him, the more it sort of tilts in his favor, in my opinion.
Yeah. I found that was true with Malekith as the clergyman too.
Yes.
Because
totally.
there was times where I had him totally downloaded, and there would just be times where I would walk in there, and all it would take was like one of his little back swipes, and
Yeah.
the whole thing was just off.
Yep. Yeah, they're just a little too strong, and there's too many attacks that they do that are frankly they'll wear you down because they will always hit like a piece, like a part of their attack will always hit you.
I feel like more bosses in Elden Ring that have like significantly different phase 1 and phase 2s. The phase 1s are much more deceptively harder. Like that, like every 7 runs, that phase 1 will just decide, actually, we're gonna go hard mode this time.
Yeah. They choose a different pattern that time. Oh, okay, well, I guess they're throwing sonic booms now.
Yep.
I love the like little side dash he does first. It's like,
Yeah. I like however they program the after images is cool because it's very literal. It's very much like some like right there, that little delay in between the like directional movement is very cool because it's very like it's messy. It's not like a perfect like that exact thing 5 times. It'll be like, well, if you sneezed before you started the after image, he's gonna sneeze every time.
yeah, and it's kind of
God damn it! Fuck.
Yeah, that's like it overlaps with itself, but
Oof.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like overall though, like getting into phase 2 with what you have now it seems like it's going to be a lot more productive.
Yeah.
You're definitely doing more damage, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's your weight right now? Are you running the fast roll?
Yeah, I'm light load right now.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
If you really want to go super dex, you can add the talisman that gives you more iframes on your dodge, but that makes you take more damage. That's the ultimate glass cannon roll.
Yeah, that's the one. I can't bring myself to use that flask. I'm just like
I run that a lot.
If I get hit, I'm gonna be dead.
I run that a lot. I find that to be a lot of fun.
I don't know. Well, oh no, there is one thing I wanted to do. I want to change my flask up again.
Okay, you're gonna get what?
I can't believe I've gone the entire fucking stream and I still haven't beat this motherfucker.
Hey,
I mean, this is the hardest one. Like,
yeah,
I'm coming back again, like next week.
He's the final boss of the game, dog.
Well, I mean, do you remember how many? Actually, I don't remember what the count was. How many streams it took to do Millennia? That was at least.
It was a lot. It was at least.
I think it was 4, right? It was 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at least 3.
Yeah.
And didn't you not end up using a support like a summon on that one?
No, I didn't use that. No.
I think you used it a couple of times, but I guess that maybe that wasn't the last time, like when you beat him. When you beat her.
A summon on Millennia?
I think you did at least once.
I don't remember doing
I think you're right though. I don't think that's the one that like
it's not how I beat her. Yeah, I know that's not how I beat her. Thanks, Bite Size B. I appreciate you.
You could consider a summon in this one if you wanted to.
Yeah, I agree with B. It is a purposely hard boss.
Yeah, man. Like this is normal. This is not abnormal. This is totally right and proper that you're getting destroyed. That's the way that, and you're not even getting destroyed. You're actually doing pretty well.
I'm seeing a lot of people that are taking stuff like Dragon
That was
Crest
so much damage.
Yeah.
Fuck. That one palm strike did a sixth of his damage. It's fucking crazy. Oh man, if you could only land that more reliably. Right there. So pick out those moves. Those aerial strikes when he's got big recovery time. That's a big palm strike charge right there. Only use it for those. Pick out those specific moves, and then you can read them and you can start early.
I need about 2.5 seconds.
This, I think, Ian, is the biggest motivator for the Bloodhound step. Is if he Bloodhound steps from those aerial charges like early enough.
The problem is if I have Bloodhound step, I can't do the
right here.
Oh, right, the blood. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was gonna say if you could do them together.
Okay.
Damn.
Got him.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ooh,
it takes about 3
That's
to 4
one of the moves.
those.
Psycho Crusher, you can do the Palm Strike and Psycho Crusher.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Okay. On this way.
Book it. Good spot dodges. One more. Yep. Fucking Sonic Boom's out of here.
Damn it.
Yep. That's all right. No harm done.
Yeah.
This isn't a problem unless they get you again.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's been a long time. He hasn't seen you. He's just excited.
Man, that was ballsy as fuck.
Yeah, it's not worth it to do it in the second one. The best way I
Yeah.
can go about doing it is if I know I have if I have a for sure, I need to find out my for sure frame advantage for that. If
Yeah.
not, then just do heavies and charge heavies.
I mean, it's the same as the first one. You have to pick out like 2 moves that he does that have enough recovery frames where you
Yeah.
can have time to charge it. Otherwise, you don't go near it. Don't do it unless it's that definitive move.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you do so much damage with it, you don't even need to be that patient because you make up for so much time by how much damage you do with landing it one time. So like you can afford to be ultra patient with that because it's not like you're doing chip damage every time you land it. Yeah, it's so much damage, dude. It's almost 6,000 damage.
God damn. Okay, come on.
You're living, you're fine. Okay, get out and heal again. All right, wait for a big slam down. Time it out. Right there. You know you can do it off of, Psycho Crusher. You might want to charge just a little bit less on Psycho Crusher.
Yeah.
You'll get it, though. It's also kind of a fair
definitely.
trade.
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say it really is.
Like, I'd be totally fine with that trade.
Nice.
Even that one, frankly, again, you're not getting
Yeah.
to the end of your deals, so trades are okay for now. You're just gonna fucking tank this?
Ooh.
He's so crazy.
I just saw him stagger. At least I think.
God damn it.
Oh,
Okay. I just
But
can't
that-
stay in here long enough to lab this shit out. It's
I think you
fucking
did.
nuts.
I think you did stagger him with that palm blast though. Like I saw
I
him
don't know
for
if I
like
staggered him.
maybe it's like for a half second it looked
I
like
can't.
he
Yeah,
got
with
pushed.
this, it does a shit ton of poison damage. The actual weapon itself doesn't, but this thing is like fucking.
maybe
railgun.
maybe
It's a
it's not
10-foot
stagger.
railgun.
Maybe it's not stagger. Maybe it was just an interrupt. Like maybe you just interrupted him.
Yeah,
I am gonna have to call it here for
All right,
me
man.
tonight.
that's fine.
But
I appreciate it.
send you the best of luck. Obviously, I think you
Yeah.
do got this. The amount of time you spent, the amount of stuff we've discovered tonight has been huge. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
because you have some options. And the best part is you're not so heavily locked into like if you were somehow using a bleed build that wasn't working, you'd be kind of fucked because you have to min max that shit really hard by this point.
Correct. I know all about that shit.
Yeah, yeah. I ran into that a couple
Story of my
times.
fucking life.
Yeah.
Also, Nate, don't forget you could also go back to the old trusty greatsword and shit that you've been.
True.
that got
I
you.
literally was thinking earlier. I was like, what if he just did it with a
Yeah.
straight up straight sword?
Yeah, I mean that's what got you here. That's always been like your old faithful. So that's always an option.
That's
too.
true. Yeah, it's a good point actually. There might be some hope in that stuff yet.
Yeah.
Could be a stat thing also if he's got a lot of faith.
Yeah, like don't forget, guys. Like speaking to the internet and chat here, like this is a build that Nate has not done basically until the last like 2 bosses of this whole game. So like these new weapons, these are all kind of still brand new, unproven.
Yeah, that is true. All right, I'm gonna head off the stream for y'all or for tonight.
All right,
I
take it
will
easy,
talk to y'all
homie.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Later, dude.
All right, Nate. Got rid of the riffraff.
Stuff. Yep.
Oh, just
Now we're-
Yeah, so much damage, man. It's a lot of damage. I think you do enough damage in that you don't need to rely on the palm strike in this phase.
You think?
I think so. You do a lot of damage even just with your normals.
God. Okay. Yeah, because I'm charging those normals, but yeah.
But that's still faster than the palm blast.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can get this. It's
You can do this,
It's
yes.
not that bad.
No.
I'm now back to the point where I'm consistently getting to the fucking final phase.
What I would maybe consider if I were you is in the second phase, since if you are saying you don't want to do palm blast, just switching to the one with
Blink.
Bloodhound Step.
Yeah.
And then you have access to Bloodhound Step in that phase, which can be really useful in that second phase.
That's true. Okay.
And then
Yeah,
and then
maybe
you
I
can
s-
rely on your normals that just do a shitload of damage just as normals.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
So
Maybe
just
I'll
a thought.
Maybe I'll do that. And
Don't want to throw too much at you, just something to consider.
yeah.
Whatever works for you, whatever you're comfortable with is what you should be doing.
Let's see. And like it's purely me being stubborn and wanting to beat him with this particular build configuration.
I get that. That's reasonable. That's an entirely reasonable thing to want to do. Believe in the build, baby. You got like McDonald's colors on you now.
Yeah. God. Okay, that was just kind of a rough start to begin with. I wasn't
build.
really getting good at it.
Can I also ask about second phase? So when you enter
Yeah.
the second phase, you start in front of him, but then you run past him and behind him.
Yeah, because he I'm not sure the exact area of effect, but it seems to be more in front of him, and I have to run farther to get away from it.
Because it
At least
does
that's
seem
what it
like you're
seems
running
like to me.
It does seem like you're running a fuck ton long way to get out of that field when you run behind him.
Yeah.
Reason I asked that is because if you just, first of all, you already have a head start if you just run the opposite direction immediately.
Yeah,
Stay in front of him.
maybe that's enough.
And if you do that, you might have enough time to buff into the second phase, which would be more important than buffing in this phase.
That's true. Maybe
It might be worth trying just to see if you're right about that, like, distance thing. Because I don't know, you might be. That's just so much damage. So
Yeah.
much fucking damage.
it is. It's a fuck ton
Very
of damage.
simple. Yeah. Fuck yes. Yeah, see, like, I know that was charged, but, like, that was a couple of hits in there with a lot of damage. And that was faster than your Palm Blast, so.
Yeah.
You're like, no, my turn.
Yeah.
Dude, you hit him 4 times. 4
Right.
times to get him in his face. Yeah, okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, so, like, the center of it, like, he's casting it in the center of the arena. But look how far away you are now. Yeah, now you can buff. You gotta dodge these, of course, but... Dude, that was effective.
Oh my god. Oh shit.
Honestly-
that's not what I wanted.
I think that sequence is a dodge
That's
left
alright.
and right.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It is.
I think you gotta go back and forth, left, right, left, right. Okay, well, if you had any compassion, Mikola, you'd be nicer to us.
Right? You let me win.
Yeah, fucking hypocrite. Way to not be greedy. I know it didn't work out well, but that was the right decision. Yes, sir. Get out and heal. It's okay. Good decision. Well done. Yep. Yeah, dodging in, trying to get behind him, that is the right move. Well done. Yes, sir.
Fuck. I'm so screwed.
No, you're alright. Yeah, bot dodges. Yeah, that was a good choice. That was a good heal. Man, throwing a lot of shit at you. Get out and heal if you can. Yes, sir. Yep, Bloodhound Step coming up big. Yeah, just every one of them.
Yep. Okay, well that was certainly longer than normal.
You lasted a long time, man.
Okay.
You were doing the thing that was you're doing a little bit less damage on your normals that time.
Yeah,
the Bloodhound Step.
yeah, because the charge time. So check out this charge time.
Right.
it's a 1-2, and if I switch back to this, oh, hang on. Yeah, I feel like my
It's not nothing. It's you still have to charge, yeah.
yeah, it's not nothing. I still have to charge, but I do feel like maybe not. I don't know. It feels like that one takes longer.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then it's probably not worth it. So I guess it comes down to how useful do you find Bloodhound Step to be in this?
On that phase, fucking integral, I guess. Yeah.
So essential. Okay. All right. So that gives us a place to start from. So we want to build from Bloodhound Step in second phase.
All right. I'm gonna switch to this for. 'Cause I don't know how much that's raising my holy attack, and I don't know if it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. For second phase 2, you can raise your holy resistance. There are talismans you can use for that.
Yeah.
All right. We buffing first, and then did you get
Buffing.
all your buffs off in the second phase?
I don't think I had a chance to refresh that. No.
Okay. We'll see if we want to try that strat again. There it is. Yeah, you do so much more damage to him than he does to you in that exchange. Yep. Yeah, man.
Oh, I didn't dodge right away. Okay, but that does seem to be the case here.
Yeah, I mean, you do
wonder-
that 3 times, you move into second phase right away.
Yeah. Okay. We're going a little bit late tonight, but man, this is. I'm so close to cracking this. I feel like I'm almost there.
We're labbing it out, man.
God, appreciate your patience,
There.
all of you, really. But yeah,
I do think that your dodges, I think we need to be better with the directionality of the dodges.
yeah, that's
Specifically in his combos. So like dodge left, dodge right, dodge. Like I think the
yeah.
direction
It
you
needs to
go
be a
is
slip
really
dodge,
important.
especially in
every-
second phase.
Exactly. 100%. Because he will roll catch you on everything if you don't.
All right, that one for
Maybe.
sure.
Yes. Nice. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a shitload of damage right there. Fuck yes. My God.
Oh, I broke
Oh,
him.
you broke him. Who is this
Jeez.
man right now? Yes, sir. Wow.
Okay, good to
was
know
a
that
hell
I
of a-
can.
That was a hell of a round.
Right.
That was beautiful. All right.
All
Double
right.
heals. Booking it. Yep. Don't forget spot dodge here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he'll do that follow up. This is going to be a predictable one. He's going to do that every time.
Yeah. Come on, fucking
Just bad timing. Still living. Amazingly. Still alive. Yep. Good disengage. Oh man, dodge that command grab. Yep.
God.
See, dodge wrong direction.
I
Dodge
can't
wrong.
exist in this phase long enough to get the hang of it. I don't know what it
You
is.
You just dodged the wrong direction on that one. You dodged backwards. You should dodge
Yeah,
forward.
I should have dodged through it, but I just didn't want to be near him because then he starts tracking me.
I know.
It's
I know
fucking-
that's like the instinct. I think we got to fight that.
It's like
instinct,
once I get hit, I'm stuck in a healing loop. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
the other thing is, I know. I'm sorry. I say this all the time, but I feel like it would really help if we could get in our blood being able to run,
Mhm.
sprint to get out rather than dodge to get out. You'll cover so much. You'll cover twice.
And
the
I'll
distance.
try it. Yeah, I'll try and make a concerted effort to try it.
I know that's hard when you don't have a back paddle. Believe me. That's why I swear by back paddles, because it's fucking hard otherwise. Yes, sir. Yeah, get fucked. We dodged those, Radon. Yeah, don't make that move. You're fucking punishable in that. Punish the fuck out of him for that. Sir.
Oh, God
That is
damn
a
it.
hard dodge combo. What you just pulled off, though, that was very good. That double dodge, that nice double follow up there.
I can
That's
usually
tough to
get
pull off.
that like so consistently now, but I think I've reached that where I'm kind of like too anticipatory,
Yeah,
and it just becomes
you're not reacting. You're just
like a half frame too, like a half second too quick.
Yeah.
Or maybe too slow or something. I don't know. Like I'm either anticipating and not with no hesitation, and I'm too early, or
Yeah.
I get too in my head and I wait too long and I just don't push the button at all.
Yep. Yeah. Fucked Radon. Stupid donkey stomps.
Yeah.
Damn, that's got too much range.
Right?
Just keeps going. That's kind of dirty, the way that it starts out like it's going to be a slam down and then he turns it into a swipe. That's kind of nasty. Nice. Worth it. That was a reasonable trade right there. Come on in, Radon. Yes.
Got him.
Can't believe the range on that. It's crazy.
I know, right?
It's kind of dumb, but kind
It's
of
like
great.
it's a 10-foot range and it gets bigger the more you charge it.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's definitely a Hadoken, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got our heels in. He's gonna do a dash at you here. Yep.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So he's gonna leap in. Oh, it's gonna be Psycho Crusher. Punishable. Yep. Slip dodges, baby. Slip dodges. Yes, sir. Think about where the attack's coming from and go towards it. Yep. Perfect. Yes. My God. The cheek.
I know, right?
The absolute cheek. Yeah, he's like, fuck you,
God
bitch.
damn it! That's his fucking dance thing that he does. He's like, fine, I got moves too.
Yeah, my man was like, get out of here with that bitch ass
Yeah.
move.
If I had another one of these, you know what? I'm gonna switch these. I'm gonna switch the ashes on these guys
Interesting. All right.
because I feel like I want this one's moveset in the second phase more than I want the other one.
Makes sense. Sure.
Okay, Ashes of War. I want to do this one, and I want to set Palm Blast to this one. I want this, and then this one I want the Bloodhound, and I want blood on that. Okay, Bloodhound step on this, and that. Okay, cool. All right, and I'll do this right as that. Do this as well. Now that'll just be what I buff here. All right, let's see if I can't hit him with this. All right, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're still getting
That-
through this pretty consistently, so. All right, here we go. Luke went off. Sonic boom. With a chaser. All right. Yeah, we know that one. Slip dodge that baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Dodge the wrong direction. That's all. Yep. Fucking elbow him in the ass. Yes. So that's a double dodge. You're gonna have to do that because he does a follow up with that holy.
Yeah.
Dodge in. Yeah. Good job. Woo.
All right.
Sucks that he does more meteors in that in the first round. Man, can't believe you lived through that. Good job. Don't get greedy.
Oof.
Wow, nice. Good dodge. Don't forget Bloodhound, baby.
Yeah, I need to do Bloodhound more.
You don't have to, but just don't forget that you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, spot dodge. Yes. Awesome slip dodges, baby. Yes. Okay, alright. Yep.
Damn it! What? I even slipped the other side. Fuck. Okay. I'd say overall that was my better performance, but I didn't do enough damage to him. I'm not gonna proc the blood.
Yeah, I don't know that bleeds. I don't think you're doing enough. You're not hitting him enough. You need to hit him
Yeah.
more if you're going to bleed, and the space to hit him is too few and far between.
Yeah.
So you could proc bleed, but you need to hit him more, and you're not going to do that. So I don't know if bleed's going to work. I mean, it can, but you're going to have to lean harder into it.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I feel like I need like 2 different move sets for different phases at this point.
Yep.
And
You could switch to bleed sword in the second phase. Like you could fuck him up with palm blast in the first phase, and then fuck him up with bleed sword in the second phase, or just your great sword.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would be kind of fitting. Kind of beat him with everything. Smorgasbord. Almost there. This will do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Damn, it was like 2 hits, man. It's fucking crazy. All right, back at it. Bad habit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't forget, he's gonna follow with Sonic Boom, and then he's gonna chase it.
Shit. Yep.
All right. Yep.
Come on.
You're living. You're living. Hang in
Fuck
there.
it. What the?
Rocket move.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right.
God. This is ridiculous.
He's tough. He's tough. He's hard. He's very difficult.
Yeah.
He's mean. He's a mean boy.
All right. Do I even bother with bleed in the second build if I'm not going to be hitting him that much?
If I were you, I would not. If I'm not going to be hitting,
Yeah.
if I'm not going to lead, the thing with bleed is, it really is all or nothing. You either lean all the way into it or you don't do it at all. I don't see a lot of benefit to doing bleed if you're not going to lean hard into it.
Yeah.
And as we've already said, like a major feature of leaning super hard into bleed is power stancing, and your shit doesn't really power stance.
It doesn't really power stance. Yeah, there's not real point to it. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's the same scaling, so really I should probably do quality.
That's also
Right.
fitting. Smorgasbord.
Yeah. Because I scaled up my faith to do the blasting, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I mean, I guess it is worth it if I'm doing that much damage in the first phase. Here we go. Let's do this.
I don't think he's hit you with that stomp once in the last 12 runs. You might as well just get rid of that from your kit, dude. It's not gonna.
Oh,
You can do.
God.
Oh man, first launcher he's gotten you.
First launch. Yeah.
Artorius. Yeah.
Ugh, why did I bother healing?
Yeah. Again, we're not getting to the bottom of the heel, so I don't feel bad when you use one that gets, stuffed. So be it.
Yeah.
Like, it's always better to try to heal than not, because it's not really costing you much right now. You're not hurting for heals. All right. Yeah, that was not bad at all. That was basically chip damage. Buffing up. Also not bad. Fair trade. Nice dodge. All right. Bloodhound step. Don't forget you have it. Yep. That's good damage. You're getting yellow bars. Smart man. Well done. You got to safety 2 before you healed. That was perfect. Right ideas, right ideas. Yep, just one. Okay, looking good. Mm-hmm.
What?
Nice. Beautiful.
What the fuck?
That was a the very last dodge there was a spam artifact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Everything up to that point though was deliberate and perfect.
yeah, I feel like I'm getting better at dodging him, but it just takes me a little too far sometimes.
So again, you can think about switching to quick step instead of bloodhound dodge and see how that works for you. I mentioned before, I sometimes prefer quick step to bloodhound dodge.
All right, maybe I'll
It
switch it to
doesn't carry
something
me
like
as
this.
far.
Yeah.
And also the thing about, you should also think about maybe trying to do neutral rather than a directional dodge.
Yeah.
Like just let off the stick and just
Okay.
tap it
Let me
and
just
do
try
neutral.
that. Yeah.
The
Just
reason
do
I
it
say
like a.
neutral is because the mechanic for bloodhound step and quick step is actually about, if you do a neutral, it will dodge by naturally behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that's new, that's like not in your blood, so it might not work right away, but like ultimately that's how it's meant to be used. Neutral dodge.
Come on.
Wow, I don't know how that didn't hit you, but okay.
I know, right?
Take it.
Nope, that wasn't worth it.
Not quite. It's like 1 foot too far away.
Yeah.
This will do it. I can't believe he just has fucking hyper armor on that shit. That's so stupid. You just did like a full 1/8 of his damage in one shot, and he's like, okay, I'm done bothering me. Nice.
Try this. Nope.
Oh. All right, good recovery.
God damn it. Okay.
Oh. That was a little bit scuffed. That was scuffed from the beginning.
Yeah. That was just my timing's off completely.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see.
Chat, Nate really does not want to go to another stream.
I really don't. All right, if
He
I'm
wants
this isn't
to be-
really working for me. Let's see. This might help me in. Yeah, that might help me in the later. There we go. Yeah, bite size B, long stream then, or I'm about 30 minutes over what I usually do, to be honest.
It's 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, because I fucking want to beat this boss. I just want to beat him.
Psycho Crusher.
Oh, he didn't do it.
I think in this game that's called Gravity Rush, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
Just kind of a sick ass name for that move. Oof.
God damn it. What the fuck?
Also, your nickname being Star Scourge, like that's pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty
Right.
metal. Oh, you're Radon? What do they call you? Star Scourge Radon.
It sounds like a transformer.
Oh,
God damn.
it
That was
does.
fucked. That was fucked. Okay. What if I just did... What's my current loadout? Okay, that's a charge, that's a charge. Spells and skills. Okay, good to know. Enhanced charge attacks. Power of skills.
Yeah, so you're leaning into your Ash of War build
Yeah,
here,
my Ash... Yeah,
which doesn't really help you at all in second phase.
it really doesn't. Honestly, I wonder
And
if I could
I think
just...
that's where all of your ammunition needs to be spent, to be honest. I think you need to buff your second phase as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to buff that, buff that.
Okay, let me see here. I want... Also, I'll restack these. Maybe I'll split the difference and try and restack these. And switch to small attacks in the second phase. Alright. Come on.
Yeah, get fucked with that vacuum move. Although you do get super armor when you do that.
Yeah, it's nice to have it for
It
myself
is.
for once.
It's like a great equalizer. Bosses fuck you with that all the time.
God damn it! Come on, get up.
All right, you got infinite heals, man. Taking damage doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get to the fucking second phase. If that means taking damage, take damage. You have fought this dude 40 times. You've not once run out of heals.
Yeah, I was getting close toward. If I go longer in the second phase, I get close.
Yeah, I mean, you've gotten down to 3. And that's when you had like a quarter of his health left. That was fair. All right, kick him right in the balls. That's nice.
Right in the balls.
Alrighty. Yeah, cast your fucking JC magic. Get the fuck out of here. Can't see anybody on screen. All right, there you go. Yep.
Come on.
A couple of sonic booms. Nice heal. All right. Second pressure, punishable. Yep. Yeah, don't get greedy. Very good. Good dodge. Yep. Don't forget Bloodhound. You have it. Yep. You don't have to use Bloodhound, though. If you feel like you're not controlling the directionality very well, you can just stick with your regular dodge.
Yeah.
Or you can do neutral Bloodhound, which will...
Oh my
better-
god! Why did that hit me? I was like just trying to get any dodge in, but the
It's
moment he
unlocked.
hit you with that first one, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done.
Unlocked.
Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Getting close to tilt here, homie.
Yeah, it feels like I really am. Let me see if I can't beat him the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Let's just see. Let's just see.
Be buffing.
Yeah. Oh.
Right to the dome. Copies. This man does not respect you.
Nope.
Stupid Hezzy. Nice.
Oh god. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. I really want to beat him with an unarmed like fighting style, but I'm really starting to like question whether or not I'm just bashing my head against the wall here.
Well, we talked about this. You could do halvesies. You could do unarmed in the first half and armed in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose I could.
We don't even know if armed is going to work better in the second half. You've never tried it, so that could be totally useless. But
All right, let's try this. Oh, fuck you.
yeah, you dashed out just in time. I do appreciate that nightjar kick you got rocking in there.
Yeah, that's nice to have.
Yeah. Okay, big ol' fat boy damage. Double heal. Chug it up.
Oh, whatever. Fuck off.
Yeah. Old school hovel style trade seas. Just a couple of
Oh,
big
fuck
fat
off.
dudes absorbing the damage. Oh man, you're so close.
My god, come on, just heal. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Mixing it up on you.
Right?
I wonder if that's because it took you a second to actually get out. Okay. Double
Okay.
stomps. Whoa. Now he uses it.
Mhm.
Oh, man. Wow. Nice.
Oh, didn't mean to do that.
I mean, no problem. No problem. Yeah.
Oof.
Still think you're dodging the wrong way on that one. Ooh. Interesting. Did get roll caught there eventually.
God damn it.
He has some camera issues on that one. He holds it close.
God.
Yeah.
I
All right.
I don't know. Should I roll left instead of right on that
So
when he does
he's-
the after image like flurry?
he does it in two different directions, though. Okay, so honestly, what you really should be doing is dodging through and past him, right? So it needs to be actually a diagonal roll,
Okay.
sort of like 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what you should be doing. But he does come at you from different directions, right? So one time his sword comes from the right shoulder. Other times his sword attack will come from the left shoulder. Whichever shoulder is coming from, that's the diagonal direction you should be going in. Because you got to cut off those active frames. Because he catches you on the. That's like that whole attack is designed to catch you on those second half, on those like follow-up attacks. So you can mix him up on those directions.
Okay.
If he comes back, if he comes at you from your left, dodge to your left. If he comes at you from your right, dodge to your right.
God damn.
And always dodge at him, never away from him. So like dodge north northwest and north northeast.
God damn it. Okay, the palm blast is nice. I don't know if it's fucking worth it though.
I mean, it was kind of zeroing him out pretty quickly before. I don't know if you might just be on tilt.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's whatever you feel. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, if you think that that's the case, you know better than I do.
Wait, this one just the heavy takes so fucking long.
Yeah,
It's like the
when
charge is
was
the same amount of time, but like
I will say when it was really working, it was the other weapon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's when it was really working.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Try this one more time this way, and then I'll switch them back, because that seemed to be the only time it was ever fucking working.
Yeah, and it was working really consistently.
I wish there was a better way to, like, charge that.
What, to get like a faster charge?
Yeah, like to...
Isn't there a talisman that does faster charges?
I don't think so.
Doesn't the Radagon one do faster cast times?
Cast times, but that's
I wonder
for...
spells, I guess.
Yeah, it's for spells.
It's a shitload of damage. One more of those.
Oh, I don't think I drink my physics thing. Well, that sucks.
We'll find a window in the next phase. That's what I think you should be doing this whole time anyway. Just sitting there tanking that damage. Sonic booms. See, you're dodging back in those sonic booms you got to dodge in. I know you want to make distance, but like you'll get hit every time if you dodge back.
Go.
Yep. Very nice. Just too early. That's one extra dodge there at the end and you would have had it.
Oh, fuck. God, son of a bitch. I
He
did the
is
wrong
that.
thing.
He is a son of a
I should have
bitch.
dodged. I was tried to rush in behind his AoE and heal in his face while
Oh,
he was
yeah,
still
that's not
like,
good.
well, it was still animation locked, but it didn't work out. Oh, God. All right, switching back because
All right.
God, I don't know why that. All right, actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's switch to these.
Ooh. We beasting
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, beasting it up.
Man, you are the only person I know who's like in a crisis mode and switches to shit he's never used before.
Let's see, and then I have. Let's change the Ash of War on that to Blurred Hound Step.
Don't forget, there's quick step available too. I know people
Oh, yeah,
think
quick.
like
Yeah,
you might like it better, and if you do, it's
let's try it.
work. Then use that shit.
That's weird that it only. Okay.
So before you go in to test out this step and do a neutral and see what it feels like. See what happens when you do a neutral. Like, don't tilt the stick in any direction. Just do a bloodhound.
All right.
Yeah, do some of these. You see how you dodge forward?
Yep.
Wherever direction you're facing, that's where you dodge. So what if you're facing Radon and you do a neutral, you will dodge behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do.
Right. So anyway, like just think about that. Because usually you want to be dodging towards him, through him, around him. You don't necessarily want to be dodging side to side or, back towards the camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you definitely don't want to do. You don't want to dodge laterally, and you don't want to dodge backwards. Those are always going to get you hurt. And a quick step is shorter, so you're not going to travel nearly as far. You'll stay in on him.
Oh shit! I'm on Bloodhound Step for this one. Fuck. Well, whatever. Let's just
That's
see.
fine.
Let's just see.
Also, quick step also uses less FP.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Nice. Man, that was not that much damage.
Oh, that dodged the wrong fucking way.
Yes, that's the problem with Bloodhound. Directionality, tough to control.
God.
Oof. Kick in the ass. Oh, what? All right. You gotta pay fucking Artorias royalties for that move, dog. Just
Truly.
that right off him. Excellent. Slip dodge is putting in work. All right. Right in the dick. Might want to heal when you get a shot.
Yep. Oh God! I was really hoping I can get outside of his AOE for that. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Ugh.
So that incidentally was one of those times when sprinting would have been better than dodging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's try this. Ash of War.
How'd the beast blocks feel?
I haven't used them yet.
Oh, you didn't use them at all in that one?
No.
That's going to be a second phase one?
Yeah.
Interesting. So not only did you add a new weapon that you have no experience with, you added it for the hardest phase of the boss fight.
No, I mean, I can try them now, I guess.
Well, it just seemed like that was your plan, so it seems strange that my man would be like, hey, this is the hardest thing I've done so far. I'm going to use something that I don't even know how to use yet.
Let's try it out. Let's see what's up.
These are leveled up, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Whoa!
Ooh.
Looks cool.
Yep.
That was a long range meteor. Yeah, it does look cool. That is true.
Oh,
Quick step
damn it.
is good.
I dodged too far around him. I didn't expect to
Yeah.
be that far behind him.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta... Fuck. Dude.
We are strung out.
Yeah, I really
We're
feel
out
that
there
way.
on the ragged edge, baby.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Max, what's up?
Hey, did I get here in time for the stream, Dan?
Me... Give it to me in time for what? Like, we're in the last, like,
We
10
are
minutes
in-
of the stream.
We are in bonus time, baby.
Yeah. Just like last time.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
like
much.
last. Although there's no telling how long Nate's willing to go tonight, because he's definitely on one at the moment.
Oh, forever.
Yeah.
Never
That's what
stop.
it feels like. Feels like this will go on forever and ever. Radon's
Can't
going to
stop,
be his
won't
great.
stop.
Yep, Radon's going to be his great nemesis.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh man, just flattened. All right. Good dodges. Oof. Too greedy.
Your shit. Hold on.
A lot of blood coming out of Radon there.
Ah, I see why.
There you go.
Hey, can you hear me now?
What's up? Yeah, I mean, we could hear you the
Well,
whole time,
you
man.
probably could hear me the entire time, actually. Yeah, my output device was still set to my my headphones on my mic, but
Oh, really?
I finally set up my Bluetooth headset, so
And
it was
just
just
add
piping
more.
audio to a cord that nothing's plugged into. It's fantastic.
It's got like a little trailing explosive, that move.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't like the claw. I don't like the claw.
All right. Now we know.
Nay,
Yeah.
you should break his tail so that you can get the skinning materials from that.
Yeah, I can get my carves in.
Yeah,
Dude, I got a whole mental shift to do.
we got yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
By,
Bosses
you-
are
what, 2
like
weeks from now?
bosses actually give you stuff. There's progression.
So let me
I
ask
mean, I
you
guess
about
bosses
your.
in this game give you stuff, but they don't. Not as.
Let me ask you
plentiful.
about your willingness to like fall back on some of your older weapons. Like, do you have any appetite to try that?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you went to the Beast Claws. You just don't want to use like a weapon. You want to do like a
Right, let me just... Alright, I guess I'll use Godric's.
hand-to-hand weapon. Oh, okay. We're breaking out runes.
I mean,
All
it's
right.
gonna just... It's a buff anyway, right? So, like...
Yeah, all it does is buff your stats a little bit. So you get 5 in every stat.
Alright.
Nate, I'm running out of Stormlight Arc, or I'm running out of Cosmere books.
Dude, you're way ahead of me then. I've not
I'm-
read a Cosmere book in forever.
I've got all of Mistborn, all of Stormlight, and like the side stories for those.
Yeah.
And I finished Warbreaker as well, and I'm starting on Elantris right now.
Well, then you're gonna be you're like the expert now, because I don't fucking...
The only thing that's left is I'm like, I don't. There are audiobooks for the the one that's like it's like a comic, I think. Like, it's called something else other than a comic. I don't remember what they labeled it. Let me see here if I can find it. But basically, there's one more thing. It's on another plane. I keep calling them planes because I played Magic, but
Yeah.
and I'm
All
just
right.
like, this
Ooh,
is
let
the
me do
easiest
that.
way. White Sand. White Sand is like basically the thing I'll be looking at after Elantris.
Cool. Alright.
Oh man.
Cosmic,
The,
you're talking about
Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, Brandon
That's cool books.
Sanderson.
um,
Getting to
you guys. You
Oh.
ever heard of Malazan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Malazan Book of the Fallen.
Yeah, I'm reading Gardens of the Moon right now.
A friend of mine at work suggested that to me a long time ago. I guess it was like he was saying something about like after book 5 or 6 or something it gets really weird or isn't like as good or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. Something to that extent. I think the author changed, didn't it?
I have no idea.
Or I might be mixing it. I mean, I know that happened for real time. I may just literally be mixing those two up.
For Malazan?
But,
No, so Malazan has, like, it's got 2 authors, really, so but they're 2 different series. So the core series was, I think, Steven Erickson, I think is his name, something like that.
I thought it got duned where it was like...
And then,
you know,
no, there was always
older.
2, because they were guys that actually, it was born out of they had initially planned to make it a tabletop game.
They co-DM'd, yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's fantastic. They
Yeah,
co-DM'd
and then,
their campaign. Their book, I mean.
And then I think they tried to make it a movie script or a TV series, and that didn't get picked up, so they just turned it into books instead. And then so one of them did the main core series, which is the Book of the Fallen or whatever it is, the Malazan series, and then the other guy did a sister series to it.
This reminds me of how I'm getting like to the point where I'm going to be reading like stuff that Brandon Sanderson wrote that is like unofficially official or officially unofficial.
God damn it.
He has a, I don't know if you knew about this, Nate, but he actually wrote Hoyd's story.
Did he?
Yeah, it's called Dragonsteel, and it's a just a paper that he wrote when he was as a professor. So you can find it for free, and eventually I'm gonna go read that. It's not finally what Hoyd's story is going to be, but as things have expanded on other parts of the universe, we're oh, okay, well that's something that was brought up in Dragonsteel.
Oh, whoa! Lightning dash, blink bolt.
Yeah,
Sick.
I don't know if it's like a replacement.
Do you have any directional control over it?
I really like that.
So I imagine this does damage. The problem with this is that it actually has some startup, so it's not instantaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if only it were just a couple feet longer. Well, you are going upstairs too. Maybe it is longer on a flat plane.
It's real cool looking.
I'm just gonna test it out to see.
It really is.
I'm just gonna see what it is.
Super high mobility to be dealing damage too. That's awesome.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is that it's not
feels not right for this game.
Yeah.
It feels a little Dragon Ball Z to me.
I was thinking Destiny playing
it's not it's like 2 or 3 frame startup, and it's just enough that I don't like it.
Which for a dodge is fucking eternity.
Yeah, you went down to your sprinter pose and he hit you 3 or 4 times before.
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
I do in Destiny the Warlock blink though. I love that move.
Oh yeah.
I wish I could get that.
I was thinking of the Guardian, the lightning dive. Not a dive. Well, there's the dive. There's the Superman dive, and then there's also the one where they throw up both their fists and come down, Thor and Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah, the striker ultimate or whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and that. Okay, so I got all 3 of those. What was my third one?
I don't think I've ever seen anybody tweak their loadout for a boss more than
you have given me so much shit about not speccing at all, and here I am.
That's
speccing.
That's true. But in my defense, most of that has been in reference to your actual build, like the stats you build it to.
Can we swap your entire build during combat? Can we pause and just go into the menu in theory?
Wouldn't that be cool? We've said that for years for Dark Souls games. There needs to be loadout functionality, which there definitely is not.
Oh,
there should be.
I didn't mean like that, but because
you want to change.
I get what you mean. You want to be able to actually have they did that in WoW actually, where they made.
Yeah, I want to be able to change my gear with a click of a button.
God damn it! He went the wrong way. Okay.
Back of the head. You hate to see.
Well, my problem is that sometimes he'll, if I neutral dodge, it'll just pick which side I round him on, and that might be not a slip dodge.
Correct. Which is why I point out you do if it's not the right directionality, then don't use it, or input your intentional directionality. Right. So it's up to you how you want to use it.
I just get this image of you going to drink your Esther or whatever that potion is, and your head just gets cut in half from behind.
I mean, I didn't appreciate how after he killed you,
close to
he kept
drinking.
stabbing you. He
Yeah.
killed you and then
as
he
you do.
kept chopping your head.
Yeah, this guy is not like a movie villain. He doesn't like put one in like your arm and then call it a day. He's like, I'm gonna keep swinging until there's a game over.
Here's a question, Nate.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you feel like you need more iframes on your dodge?
I don't know.
Because there is a talisman that can give you that.
Actually, that's probably
and it's
my
just your
favorite
regular
thing.
dodge. It's
Now
not
that I
your.
think about it.
It's not your bloodhound step, and it's not your quick step. It's just your regular dodge, and it gives you more
Oh, right, it enhances the
iframes
dodge,
on your
yeah.
dodge. Which,
Dark
remember,
Souls
has
also
better
is just-
directional control.
Man, they're really good villains, you know.
Ooh, right in the head.
Shit.
They don't stop swinging until they win.
I got into a weird funk. Okay.
There's a lot going on there.
We'll give it a couple more tries, but then I'll have to call it because I've used my entire evening and your guys' evening.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
my whole
believe
evening.
I can't believe that I don't have this guy better. Like, I'm worse now than I was last week.
Well, that's the way it goes. You're on tilt. You've been on tilt for the last half hour, dog.
Yeah, I feel yeah.
This is not representative of your actual skill. This is representative of you having been beating your head against the wall for 2.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You'll come back next week,
Yeah.
and you'll be back to being really good again. And you'll beat him within the first, 10 tries.
Yeah, I figure you basically have like a few warm-up tries, and then
Yeah,
you have a sweet spot, and then everything
Yes.
after that is like you're on
exactly.
tilt, you're exhausted. There's too much.
You described it exactly. That is always how the boss flow goes. You have
That's
your
why
first
I can't,
couple of
like, play
get used to
these
it
games.
tries. Yeah.
And besides reflexes, even still, I'm like, I want to pick up a game for like quite a while and sit down and play it. And this is to be that locked in for multiple boss fights.
Yes.
Like not
This is
just multiple
definitely-
against one boss. If I wanted to do multiple bosses back to back, like that would be. I mean, even like the random mobs when you're walking around the map feel like boss fights to me.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff we were talking about earlier. These games, and people joke about this, but I actually think
yeah.
it's genuinely true. The people who really love them are people who really they're really masochists. They really do enjoy pain.
They're the guy who in like WoW raids are like pixel perfect, getting all the DPS.
Yes.
That's been my
Like,
opinion. Is I'm
these-
like
I mean,
the
there
guy
are-
who's yelling at people for messing up like 10 DPS, and
There
I'm
are
like,
gamers out there that really like to lab it out and like to get they like the get good cycle.
yeah,
I frankly am one
nothing
of
wrong
those.
with that. I actually think
that's
this
the
is
kind of
like an
player I am.
amazing outlet for that instead of
Yes.
a multiple multiplayer RPG.
Yes, totally.
I would rather
Yeah.
them be doing that in here.
Yeah, this is more my speed. Like I like to lab it out. I like to tinker with my approach. Like how do I get better? Like okay, this guy's challenging me on this thing. Like what do I need to do to counter him here? Like I get down with that duel stuff against bosses. So like I think those are the types of people that these games typically appeal to. But again, you do also have to just be willing to just get your ass kicked a lot.
Can you equip the same weapons that let me solo her?
I have
Uses-
those
do you
weapons.
have
Yes.
You do, yeah. They are
Yeah.
Can you
katanas.
just put them on and like die with them? I mean, I assume that's what's going to happen.
Ooh,
I'm
we're going
not
back to
like
the
saying
wave.
anything about your skill. I'm just saying that that
Just for
seems
the
like the most
memes.
likely case.
Guys, this is big. We're moving back.
I
to
just
Milady
want to
here.
see, since we're running short on time, basically out of time, and then we're only here on charity.
Yeah.
I just want to see what the difference would be.
All right. Yeah. Well, we have not tried this yet, so
Dormammu,
we also haven't
I've come
tried
to
your
bargain.
favorite greatsword.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Is this where I hold up the finger for this being the one time? The one chance?
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Nope.
Yeah, a little
I'm not gonna
anticipatory
do
dodge there.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh.
If there was a better sign that you
So
were
much
on
for
tilt,
testing it
don't
out.
know
I
what
can't
it is.
fucking hit him.
Yeah, you're on tilt, dog. You're
Yeah, at
strung
this
out.
point, when you're this late into a run, I can't imagine like swapping to a completely different weapon like this.
True.
Although I don't know if you were using this like earlier in the night or something.
No,
Not
but
tonight.
I've been using
He's used
this
it before.
I've used it a lot prior to this.
I've only seen you fisting things, so.
Oh, here we go. Your favorite.
Being the-
That does a lot of damage.
Oh,
does a lot of damage.
Oh god,
Launchers.
that didn't look good.
It
I
comes
like that
out faster
shadow
than
in
the
the
bomb.
background, just like
Yeah, it does.
It does not exactly the same damage, but it's pretty close.
I've heard you should use magic.
Magic is broken in this game, yes.
Yeah,
Magic
that's
is
what
easy.
I know nothing else really about this.
Yeah.
I know some very general things, but I've heard that magic is like nutty.
Yeah, when newcomers come along and they're like, what should a newbie do if they want to play on easy mode? It's magic. Play magic. Not that that's frankly easy mode. There's not really such a thing as easy mode in this game, but
I got that impression too. That
relatively
it's not, that
speaking,
yeah,
it's easier.
turning Dark Souls on easy is still Dark Souls. Like
It's still hard. Yeah, it's still balls hard. Yeah.
Oh, he took a knee.
Oh, my man is like staying up there. Nice. Interesting. You didn't even take like stagger damage on that.
Ugh.
Whoa.
Oof.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right.
when your health is yellow at the top,
Yeah.
when it's
Yeah.
burning down, is it like Monster Hunter where you could like
No,
chug a
it just means that it did enough damage that well, there's a certain like amount of
I
damage
mean,
that
the
doesn't
frames
proc
would be
that.
ridiculous because that does burn down quickly if it's even possible.
Yeah, the yellow
But-
damage is just.
I was just
that's
curious if you
basically
could-
there is
Are
a
you
mechanic.
like get locked into the dying animation at that point when you're all yellow on your bar?
No, that's just the yellow on the bars mostly just shows up when you're losing a lot of damage at once.
Okay.
But there is a mechanic in other Souls games where you get the same kind of effect, but it stays in the bar for a little while, and if you follow up and deal damage back to the enemy, you get that health back.
Didn't Earthbound do something like that, Nate? Where like your health actually ticks down after
yes.
you take damage, like you have time to do stuff.
Yeah.
You get like it's like a quick time event while your health bar burns down.
Mm-hmm.
Can
'Cause,
I
like,
get through the menu and chug a potion quick enough?
Bloodborne introduced, I guess, to the gaming world, the rally mechanic, and that's like it encouraged you to, after you take damage, to get back in the fight and do more damage, because if you do damage back, you get that health back.
That's cool. That
Yeah, it's a very
me
cool
of,
mechanic.
Warcraft 3 and like stacking vampiric auras.
Yeah, it is a little bit like Life Leech, right? Like you're
Yeah.
stealing it back by doing damage to your enemy. It's very cool. It's one of the coolest things about Bloodborne. It's one of the cool, innovative things that they implemented in Bloodborne. That's one of the reasons that I want you to play it, because it is very different from traditional Dark Souls in that sense. It's very cool. All right, we injecting ourselves with all the roids we can find.
All the roids, because I'm desperate.
This is
Jesus,
the
that was
Roid
so many
Olympics.
potions.
Yeah.
You're full raid buffed.
My man's taking like pill cocktails like a 95-year-old.
Wait, I wish this was like Helldivers where it like actually jacked up your vision. I don't know if
That
you've seen
happens
that
in The
Nate,
Witcher 3.
but
You
oh
take
yeah,
too
well,
many-
The Witcher
you get
3 is
toxicity in The
just
Witcher.
drugs.
Yeah.
Potions are not actually potions. They're pharmaceuticals made
they're
by somebody
they're
with like
literally performance
1400s
enhancers.
tech.
Yeah.
We have no way to like remove the poisonous aspects. We're just banking on the Witcher's immune system.
I always like that toxicity.
Actually, liver,
mechanic
I
in it,
should
though.
say.
Like, you can only take so much of it before you start doing damage to yourself. Let's sort of dig that.
Mhm. There's in Stone Shard, which is a like a medieval turn-based RPG I play. If you like chug 2 potions, you get you just immediately start tripping balls, and you lose the effect of both potions. It actually is like it is hard to look at the screen when it's going
Yeah.
on.
Witcher does that too when you get drunk. If you drink too much wine, like you get the drunk effect, and it's like you're seeing double. It's also very hard to look at the
This
screen.
is like the entire screen is like Rainbow Road, and strobing.
No, thank you. Hard pass.
Yeah, I'm like, man, they need an option to turn that off because that is painful.
There has to
for
be
me
like
to even
a
look at.
accessibility option for
Say
that, like when spiders
It's
are
early
unlocked.
access, but that's like something that I'm like, man, you're right. There needs to be a accessibility option. That should have been there a while ago.
It's like a spider triggering option. Like, take all the spiders out of the game.
Or the mandatory Chinese option. We're not showing any skeletons.
Ooh, is that a thing? I never heard that.
I don't know if it's still a thing, but there's magic cards back from like the 90s that were skeleton art that they did other art for China because they weren't allowed to show skeletons.
I wonder if that's
So
specifically
they
a cultural
actually.
thing.
I think that's what it's from, but I haven't done any deep dives into it. I know I've looked it up before, but I don't remember the exact results.
What?
So
I'm gonna try this
but
one.
I do know that that's why those cards existed, is because they had laws against it.
Whoa!
Like, Urborg Skeleton is the one that I remember the most, because it's a skeleton as its creature type, but it looks like a zombie in the Chinese art, because they had to put flesh back on the bones.
That's so weird. Never heard of that before.
Oh my god. All right.
That doesn't look like it was a good run, but it was a pretty good run.
Relatively, because I was able to dodge more. I sacrificed damage for living longer, but still, like, yeah, still.
I'm actually
not going to win the
drop
attrition.
I'm dropping the art into the recording stream. So
Nate,
there's,
I don't
like,
know if you're getting better
American-
tonight, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one more shot, and then I'll call it.
There you go, Ian. There's the I put them in the recording streaming.
Let me see.
There's the first one. Well, just based on their language, you can tell.
So this is the same one, but it's
same card.
different. Interesting.
They
I'll be
did
honest. I kind of
different
like the art for the Chinese one better.
Oh, I do too. I didn't even know it existed until recently.
Interesting.
The other one looks like it's Mr. Bones, and they want to get off that wild ride.
Looks like something from like fucking
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yeah, fucking
Mr. Bones Wild Ride.
Oh man. Yeah, dick punch.
Is that ever explained, like, why everybody gets huge when they become
So
a boss
big?
in this world?
In Dark Souls they do, kind of. The lore kind of explains it, but in Elden
I mean, from a
Ring, not
gameplay
really.
point of view, it makes sense.
All right, no,
not
that one, not that one.
You got to make it a second phase, right?
I got to make it a second phase.
In
Otherwise I
Dark
will not
Souls,
be
they
able to
do
sleep
kind of
tonight.
explain why you're small, but in Elden Ring, I'm not aware of any specific lore that actually explains it in Elden Ring.
It could just be like, I'm a demigod, and it's fucking like.
Yeah, I mean, basically everyone else, all the bosses.
They
in
should,
this are all
like,
kind
subtly
of gods.
make your character bigger as the game goes on.
That'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Like,
As you level up, you level up.
yeah,
with this
yeah,
game,
just very subtly. So, like, by the end of the game, you're like, was I always this big?
yeah. I like that mechanic. That'd be cool. That
You're
should just be like a stat block. Like
you fight Radon
size.
at a different
Points into
time
size.
in the game, and you're like, I'm as big as him. What's going on?
That's kind of not a bad idea. Like just having part of that be your stat block. Like I want to put points into size. I want to get literally bigger.
Yeah, I'm going to
Kinda
go from being a medium creature to a large.
Oh,
Yeah.
Also,
fuck
making
off.
your hitbox making your
maybe.
hitbox larger seems like not a good move in this game.
Yes, that's true.
I'm no
Actually,
expert.
I would love that
but
kind of like meta stat block. Just like how big do you want your hitbox to be? I want to
Yeah.
put in points to my hitbox so it gets smaller.
Where is your hitbox?
That'd be sick.
Move your hitbox to like the left or the right.
Yeah.
It's just on your hand instead of like your chest.
I mean, that's what a
that'd be
dodge
kinda
is. A
stupid,
dodge
but
basically is like temporarily turn off your hitbox.
That's true, actually. That's a good point. Your character like disjoints animation with reality,
Yeah.
and their sword slides through you.
Yeah. Like just like that.
Yeah.
Oh, right in the face. Right in the face again. Right in the
Oh.
face again. Just
Oh my god.
combos all
Jeez.
You got on his rhythm.
God. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
We're
This
not
is
we're not
fucking
getting better.
ridiculous.
We're not
No,
getting
we're
better.
not getting better. All right, I gotta
Dude, I
make it. I
suggest,
gotta get it to phase
dodging.
2. When I get it to phase 2, we can call it. But God, this
He's
is
gonna call it as
ridiculous.
soon as he gets to phase 2. He's not even gonna fight in phase 2. He's just gonna quit.
Yeah,
immediately.
yeah,
Just gonna stand
he
there and
puts
take it.
down his sword,
I'm gonna go
just-
get hugged. I'm gonna
and
go
lays
hugged.
down his sword.
He wasn't even fighting with his sword. He just pulls it out of his inventory and puts it on the ground.
Yeah. I did what I said I was gonna do.
Yeah,
Nothing more.
shifts over. He's
Just punch
clocking out. Yeah, he's a 9 to 5.
I'm not getting paid overtime. I am going home.
Yeah, I ain't getting paid enough to fight Radon.
I mean, that's true. I don't know if
He's
anybody
like,
gets paid enough to fight
he's
this
like
motherfucker.
leaving with that guy with the spear that you summon. I can't remember his name. The one that's in every game.
Orange skin.
I don't remember who that is. Oh, the
Yeah, you were saying
Oh,
that the
you're
only
talking
one that
about
he's not
patches.
in is like Sekiro or something.
Oh yes, patches. All
Yeah,
fan
patches.
patches.
Yeah, just clock out with patches.
Hitting him in the ass.
Back of the kneecap,
Yeah.
and there's blood flying out of it.
All right, good heal. Oh, just karate chopped.
Get that
Yeah,
gator
heal
in
again.
there.
Good double chug.
Yeah. You just need
Some
a
of
piece
that-
of equipment, which is like duct taping the ester flask to your fist.
Well, that's like people
Just-
complain for years about how long it takes to fucking heal from the Estus flask. Plus, you can't run anymore. Like your run cycle goes down to a walk.
Oh, I didn't know
Like, it
that
slows
part.
you down too. Yeah, it's. Real
I always
painful.
wondered why people like basically would die while they're chugging.
Yeah,
You see
yeah,
a
it's an
lot of
animation
videos
lock,
where
and
like
you move slower when you do it. Yeah.
God
Oh,
damn it!
launchers and
Come
dunzo.
on!
if only you could chug
God,
while you're
I've
in midair.
lost the plot completely.
I don't know what happened.
Liquid
there.
This
in
is-
the flask is
This
falling
is
as
so
fast
sad.
as you are.
This is so fucking sad.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Spiraling.
I just
All
gotta
right,
get-
lock in. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Lock
Okay.
in.
Okay.
Slip dodges. Pay attention.
Yep.
Look at where the punches are coming from. Go the opposite direction. Time it out.
You see
Don't
where
anticipate.
where he's gonna
react.
hit you, then don't
Answer
be there.
my random questions.
Don't
about
anticipate.
patches.
React.
Ultra Instinct, let's go.
Don't anticipate. React.
No mind.
Do you have like any XP items that you could just like, chug?
He does.
I remember that you had like a small like pantry of monster parts that you could eat.
It's all right. Basically chip damage. Yes, sir. All right.
Chip damage from a dawn. It's like a quarter of your
Yeah,
of your
that's true.
HP bar.
That's true.
Ah, chip.
Everything's relative.
Yeah.
A little greedy, man. A little greedy. Okay, yep. Good butt punch.
Oh, come on. Fucking dodge the
Detonated.
other way.
I love
Good
that
heal.
you came out of the roll healing. That was cool.
Yeah, it was sick. Get out of here, Artorius. Oh, wow. Great recovery. Uses Bloodhound Step to
you'd
get
be
back
so
in front of him.
used to hell diving because of how often stims get canceled by enemies. It's basically just as unreliable as the Ester Flask.
Nate, I'm loving your dodge patience there. You did not try and stick him.
Yeah.
You waited for his sequence to be over. Well done.
Just wear him out. I'm sure his energy bar is going down.
Yeah, man. Rope a dope. Ooh. Nice. Yes, sir. Knee punch.
Yeah. His only
Yep.
weakness.
Wait
is
for that cycle to be
kneecaps.
over. Fuck him up. Punish him.
Oh,
That's it, man.
I think
Wait
you
for his
ended that by
cycles to be
kicking him in the
over.
balls.
Wait for your turn. That is the name of the game here.
Well, you get the fuck out.
Very nice. Okay, we buffing. Await
Oh.
your turn, sir. All right,
Okay,
well,
that's it. I'm done. I'm done tonight because that was fucking pathetic, and
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
do
buddy.
this.
That chip
It
damage.
is 9:15 for me, 9:17 for me, and
You ever
so
felt
much
that,
more,
like,
so
in
much
this
later
game?
for you guys.
It'd be cool if, like, when you went into a boss, it just divided your bar into, like, quarters, or, like,
gotta wait
just how many hits
another
you can
week.
take.
God, another fucking week.
I look at your
Another
HP
week.
bar, and I'm like, it's so long, but really,
It's really
like
not.
4 hits and you're like dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he does. And he does
one
1-2s. He does. There's so many 1-2s. So like,
He sure does.
God damn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
You'll
sorry
get him.
everyone. I
You'll get him.
really
Don't
thought
forget, this is not representative of your actual
Yeah.
performance. This was the end of the bell curve. So you'll get back into this next week, and you will be so much better than you remember being.
Like, I didn't think I was going to beat him out of the gate, but I thought in the first 2 hours, I thought I'd beat him.
Nah.
This is nuts.
You're underestimating him, man. You got to respect him more. He's fucking one of the hardest bosses they've ever designed.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically Malenia 2.0.
Correct. Yeah.
Consort in Malenia.
All right. Well,
if I read that right.
I now have a greater context, and now I have all the lore too. Like this,
Yeah.
the whole reason this dude's here could totally be fucked. Like he
How many
might
times
not
have
even
you killed this guy already?
Never.
Didn't you have to
I've
kill
never-
this guy to like get to
Oh.
Mikola?
You kill
Yes.
him. He
rides
had
on like a shitty pony.
yeah,
An
he
older
fought on
version
an-
of him, yeah.
the original version.
Yeah, his emaciated pony.
He
He
had
got
a fight
fucked
with
up by
another
Malenia.
boss. Yeah, he fought with Malenia, another boss you can fight. Got infested with the rot, the scarlet rot, and then the whole point was that he was. I'm not sure if it was like mutual, but there was a vow that Mikola made to like say, you've got the makings of a lord. I really want you as my consort. There is no like record of Radahn's response, whether he said, yeah, sure, no problem, or not. But then that raises the question, why the fuck did Malenia go fight him? Because if you look at the opening cutscenes with them, she like whispers something to him, and and it's been said that it's it is official that she's like Malenia sends or Mikola sends his regards, and that your vow.
I
is kept or
forgot. We
whatever.
see those two fight, and that's like when we see
Yeah.
her shoulder thing like slip.
Yeah, when she puts it back on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like she meant to kill him with it, but he just kind of went in nuts because he got sick, but kept it all inside. So I think that might be why he's so bloated.
He got
as well.
the clap and didn't know how to do anything about it.
But then
his horse got like negative clap and like
what the physical form that we're
got skinny.
fighting isn't even Radahn, it's Moog.
what?
It's Moog. And there's another boss that steals Mikola's body and like tries to like make him his god and be his consort, but Mikola actually charmed him to go do this. It's a whole fucking thing, but he uses Moog's corpse after you beat him. It's whisked away, and we're actually fighting a reconstituted Moog corpse inhabited by Radahn's spirit.
Okay.
If you look at him, if you look at his model, he's got horns and stuff on his armor, but it's actually
I feel like
it's actually
that's
his body. Because he's
a
got
lot of
like
explanation for like how he could show up again.
What's
in
also
a
why he
series
has
that doesn't
blood
like
flame.
need to do that.
Yeah.
I've always felt like this series has like very nebulous like storytelling.
Oh, that's
which is
all
fine.
FromSoft, yeah.
Like that's actually what they're going for. So that's like that's cool. I'm not saying this is like a bad thing. It's like very like ancient like storytelling, like Greek, like Roman, like
it's all
there doesn't need to be a
mythology
reason like why they have this power now.
Yeah,
And that's just fine because it's mythology.
But that's the reason why he has blood flame techniques is because.
And I was just saying that's like,
body.
It's funny to see that like they
Moog's
went
body.
through the effort to explain how he got back here.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, I mean, this guy.
Well, we're not even in the same place.
Look at the world we're in. Like he could just be back anyways.
No, effectively, this is the afterlife. Like this is the.
I
the
see
upside
Jagger
down.
still over there. I assume.
Yeah.
Or a world tree.
They rigged it so that the rune of death doesn't work. It was like removed as soon as America came to power, and they basically the means of killing somebody, like actually killing somebody, is focused on one person, and he's like America's right-hand man. But everybody else who died or dies or whatever is actually sent here, and that's why we see so much ghost flame everywhere. Is because they're like this is essentially the afterlife. And that's why Radahn's spirit is here, and his body was.
Does anybody else get like very
But anyway,
Doom? What is it? The newest Doom? You know when you
Eternal?
go to like Eternal
Dark
when you go
Ages.
to like the home planet. Like the architecture around here is very like similar.
Sentinel Prime, yeah.
Sentinel Prime, yeah.
That's fucking awesome soundtrack.
I love the architecture
Yeah.
in this place and in Sentinel Prime.
Yeah.
It's like the only difference is if you remove that tree in the background and you made the clouds like gray, this would just
You give it more of a blue hue
this could
instead
totally
of a
be like
yellow
Signal
and green.
Prime.
Yeah. All right, we'll call it here because we've been talking and chit-chatting too much. Thank you all so much for your patience, and I'm sorry this wasn't anything that kind of yielded any sort of results. Yeah.
I can't believe you
time,
didn't
baby.
stream every time
Maybe
I
I'll
show up.
maybe I'll practice a little bit, and see if I can't get him worked out. That way I can hit the ground running. I don't know. I'm just something about that second phase is just like my spiritual hard counter, and I don't understand.
You'll get him.
It's just not
I can't
clicking.
wait to see you play Monster Hunter after the 28th, and you're just like
Who
destroying
even
everything
cares?
because
Yeah.
you're assuming that like every hit is like game ending.
Yeah. Well, there's no. I don't think there's any iframes on rolls in Monster Hunter. Okay. Anyway, gotta go. This is the third time we've signed off. Catch you all
Goodbye.
later. Hopefully next week, same time. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.